Oh, there we go. Good afternoon, welcome in everyone. My name is John Wright, aka Double O Raven. We're here for round number 4 of the ACC Drive Endurance Series, brought to you by LFM Misano this week. It's all about those track limits. Oh yes, how many drive-throughs will we see? Quite a few. More than likely, as I say, it's round number 4. After a barn burner of 4.5 hours last time out at Kailami, it is 3 hours at Misano for the drivers to make their way round this time. Can confirm we are seeing more of a norm, 50-50 split with single driver and 2 driver teams. We've even got two teams with 3 drivers, so we are seeing a bit of a swing in the way the teams approach the series. A lot of solo drivers in the opening 3-hour races. That is a trend that is certainly quelling at the moment. As I mentioned, we were at Kailani the last time out, and it was Nalhala that managed to bring home the bacon in the GT4 class. Finishing just ahead, where are we? There we go. Just ahead of Khaled Racing, which is a good result when we see the standings. Apex Predators finishing in 3rd, and Khaled rounding out the top 4. 2 cars in the top 5, not too bad. It was TX Racing in 5th, with Dragon coming home in 6th. Apex Predators with the 2nd car in the top 10, finishing in 7th. Lynx Racing Spain team in 8th. Pepoka in 9th, and Akibua Racing rounding out the top 10 in the GT4s. And in the GT3s, it was Sim Endurance by Barmenia once again bringing home a race win. They finished ahead of the Charging Firefly, both these cars making up a position at the expense of the 2nd Sim RC Endurance car. Finished top in qualifying, 3rd in the race though. The 2 Aston Martins taking up 2 spots on the podium either side of the Bentley. Carbon finished in 4th in the Mustang. Alpha Racing getting a Honda across the line in 5th, with Tatum Restech in 6th, and Pit Speed Racing finishing in 7th. Sim RC Pro-Am team by Barmenia in 8th place, not too bad, with Speedstars in 9th, and the Freelancers finishing in 10th position. Now, what that does for the standings. We'll look at the GT4s first. And as I mentioned, Khaled really have been impressive, so it was good for Apex to finish ahead of them, but they're still 600 points behind 4 Club on 1200 in 2nd place. Nalhala, after that result last week, find themselves up into 4th place ahead of Sunset Outrun. Buckholtz in 6th with TG in 7th. GC Racing currently in 8th. Akibua mirroring their race position last week with a 9th place in the championship, a few points ahead of North Racing in 10th. Dragon Racing Team 11th position in the GT4s. In the GT3s, Sim RC Endurance by Barmenia head and shoulders above the rest of the field. Carbon Motorsport currently occupying 2nd, with a tenuous lead over Firefly Racing, only 22 points between them. We played 4th, and Alpha Racing Team in 5th position. Tatum Restech have got 6th, with Pit Speed Racing in 7th. Live for Race in 8th, Team 32, 9th in the championship at the moment, with Bora Motorsport rounding out the top 10. The cars are making their way out for a lap of the magically mystical Misano. Built back in 1972, it has seen quite a few changes over the years, to say the least. The circuit only 2.1 miles in its original inception. Of course, most of Sector 1 has gradually been added over the years. A couple of different courses. Now 2.6 miles, 4.2 kilometres for the more educated amongst us. Last changed last year. In fact, a couple of extra bits and pieces for the motorcycle track and a slight reshaping of one of the bends. Don't worry though, Carbone is still exactly the same. Oh yes. As the drivers are warming up, good afternoon to everyone in the chat. NB Boyest. Hopefully I'm getting that correct. First one in the chat, good afternoon. We've got the live timing being shared as well. Enrico asking about the servers. We've got a look at, oh, that's in the German chat. We've got both chats visible as well. Enrico with a follow, thank you very much. Santa KD with a follow as well. There's a patroning, nice timing. And we've got Tom, you say he's in the German channel as well. So yeah, if it's got a purple circle, I believe it is in the English chat, and they can hear me, and anyone typing in German, Chris can hear them in the German chat. Of course, hello to YouTube as well. Welcome in, Alan Patterson. The intro videos are phenomenal. I'm going to be honest, I absolutely love them. It is Boris who writes the tunes for them. Season 18 is an absolute barn burner. He writes some really good songs. So yeah, all credit to Mr. Boris Sharp himself. All hail founder of LFM. Yeah, he's not too bad a DJ as well. But yeah, that is Alan Patterson in on YouTube. We've also got Livraji Sim Racing. Is Sunset Outrun Racing in the GT4 today? It is a good question, good sir. Let's have a look. That's Khaled. North Racing are here. Brookholds, Akabua, Celestial Sphere, Sim Racing Canal. Experimental Racing, new to the series. MRT, new to the series. The Geriatric Racers are most definitely not new to the series. Desmo, SR97, can confirm, no, they're not in the server as yet. There is a 20-minute qualifying session that we are flying through at the moment. So they may still join. We shall see. If they do, they will find a McLaren on the top spot of the table at the moment. It is team 32 who find themselves a 133.5 opening early provisional pole. Please work. Oh no. He's broke it all. We've got Apex Predators in second place. We'll get the picture back momentarily, hopefully. There we go. Pepega Motorsports got a Ferrari up in the top three, followed by the rookie Rockets. Certainly living up to the Rocket part of the name, not so much the rookie. Currently on the second row of the grid in a Ferrari, gratuitous camera time inbound. The rookie Rockets, in fact, have just been overtaken. It's now Haller Racing. Back with a vengeance after last week's win. Early, oh no, it's already 5th place because Pepega have been overtaken. Apex Predators doing their thing. Croyton is down on his lap time. In the 4s, it's currently Desmo Racing in the Mercedes, and they're threatening to go quicker as well. A woman at 42.187 they've got at the moment. And it's Kalik who have just gone second place. Akabua currently holding third, with Brookholds in 5th, and North Racing in 5th position in the Maka. It's a good drive by them. Hopefully, let me just check. Sorry, just wanted to check the audio. There we go. Been having some minor issues with the software. Yeah, hopefully come through. Okay, right, let's see if we can't find someone near the start of the lap. Right, yeah, I'll tell you what, let's go front right wheel and have a look at what the drivers will be dealing with for the next 2 hours. 48 minute stint timer, of course, as always, over the series. in through turns 1. Such a fast flowing course, so easy to violate the track limits at so many points trying to carry speed through this course. In through Curva del Rio. I love this corner complex. Those curves on the outside really will ruin your day massively. We're already in through turn number 7. Heavy on the braking, so again you can see the drivers using opening up the corners to the absolute maximum at every possible opportunity. Through Quercia, got a GT4 in front of him. There's going to be some interesting use of traffic up the inside. Heavy on the brakes. Oh, and he's run a bit deep. You really do need to be tighter on that second apex. And that has compromised his lap time. He's managed to keep his hand in though. Through Tramonto and down the back straight, of course, Carbone next on the cars, and then it is heavy on the brakes into turn number 12. Such a beautifully precise braking zone. Oh, and he's right on the edge here. A bit of a lock up on the way into turn 14. Manages to keep the car moving. It has been a compromised lap, but he's done not too bad again. So much curb getting cut. And the last corner, very reminiscent, of course, of the exit to turn 7. Just a lot deadlier. Crosses the line, so yeah, cheeky quick on board lap there as the drivers are still setting times. Up at the top of the tree, the Apex Predators now find themselves at the apex of the stand-ins. 1 minute 33.0. Very quick lap indeed. It's still Desmo that are leading the way in the GT4s with Carlton second, and ACC Italia find themselves in the Mercedes. Up to 3rd place. We do have KMS who have not set a lap time as yet. Neither has Apex Predator second car. There's about 10 minutes to go though. So plenty of time left on the board. The rookie Rockets at fifth point, much further up the board. Carrying a bit of time here, only a 10th though. Through turn 8, in fact, here we see ALR about to cross the line. They are making a very huge improvement. This is going to be a big jump up. Oh my goodness, no it's not. That's how far off the pace they were. They've gone up 1 position with a 1.4 second gain. So yeah, that's a sighter lap. So what we've got, 1 minute 35.5. So 2.5 seconds between the GT3s at the moment. I expect that gap to close. The GT4s currently separated by 3.6. And they are 9 seconds a lap slower. Actually, yeah, minimum 9 seconds slower than the GT3, so a lot of interaction over the 3 hours. I think a lot of the overtaking action between the GT3s and GT4s, traffic on traffic, will be quelled slightly by the shorter stint times. Could make it worse for some cars certainly, but there'll be a few cars that benefit from those shorter stints knuckling across GT4 traffic every few laps. Who are we cheering on in the chat? Feel free to jump in, give us your predictions. Is there any team that you're cheering on, any specific driver? Is there anyone streaming their point of view as well? We've got 9 minutes left. Optimum conditions, a little bit of cloud cover, potential for rain. We certainly spice things up. We got 33 degrees, so nice and cosy for the tyres. Apex still 1. Fisher Racing. I've got a Mustang up into, love their livery. So yeah, Fisher Racing there, up to second place, ahead now of Team 32. Papagan now find themselves in 4th, FNR in 5th place. Another very nice livery. Love a bit of matte, bit of matte, bit of shine. Team Purple Deluxe. That is very dull. That is a deluxe purple. Let's face it, that is full dairy milk, I would say. Any of the team members in? BEGO. They've got themselves up to 7 in the Nissan. The good old GTR statement livery, that one. That is a shade of purple right there. Ferdy Jerry Ramadan behind the wheel, just bringing it out. There's Thorsten Dragon. How do you not love this livery? That dragon must have been so difficult to do. It's just, I mean, even on the bonnet, someone with that colour matching on the bonnet, it's an absolute marvel how they get this, get these liveries made. TWK, Timo Klami behind the wheel. Shiny and blue. That's the top 10 for the GT4s. Marquez is threatening to go quicker in a GT4. He's 5 corners in. He's a 10th up. Noble is also going a bit quicker. He is about halfway through the lap and he's got himself a 10th. But Marquez is definitely still threatening though. We'll see what the Mercedes sees. Oh, very smooth. A lot of grunt out of this car. A lot of grunt. A lot of torques. Asphalt Photo, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome into the LFM English channel, of course broadcasting in German and Spanish as well, and on YouTube, so thank you to everyone that continues to follow and subscribe me. Get yourself on the website, that's 250,000 drivers, honestly that many people can't keep up. Get yourself involved. Live timing, loads of races to get involved with for lots of different games. Lots of sims, and in fact I didn't even have a look at the calendar. Apologies for that, bit of a rush start, but yes, Spielberg, Red Bull Ring, Suzuka, Spa and Kailami, the races we've had so far. Of course round 5, not round 4 as I said. Watkins Glen and Imola, the next 2 on the calendar, finishing off at the Nürburgring. So make sure you get tuned in. That of course the ACC schedule there as well. Pro Series on Thursday night. I'll be back for that one. We need to do that. So did go slightly quicker. We'll look at the calendar, cross the line, there's Fisher racing up the inside. So yeah, Marquez did go quicker by a 10th. Is threatening to do so again. The Apex Predators, Florian Baust, he's got himself more than just a banker time set and he's looking to improve on that. 2/10 of a second he's carrying at the moment, which would be good enough to put him up in the 4th place, but he pulls over. BMW driver backs out with it with 5 to go. Another marvel of a livery. It's incredible the way they make that. Incredible, all those different panels, just absolutely beautiful. Croyton backs out with his lap, gets a 33.352, his best, he's just on a 3.97, 400 slower. Oh wow. Frank John for GTM, 11th position at the minute. This could be good enough for 6th or 5th place. Wow, he's right on the limit there. He is still carrying the time. He's got half a second. Wow, okay, so he had a terrible 3rd sector in his time lap, and he is more than making amends of that now. GTM, if he can carry this around the last corner, he's just been overtaken as well by Vier, but he is about to make moves. This is going to be good enough for a 33.4, which should see him 5th place, 4th place. Frank John, 33.480. 200s quicker than Pepega Motorsport, who are bumped down once again. It's still the Apex Predators looking to improve once again. Purple at the minute only by a couple of hundreds, but they're already 3/10 ahead of Fisher Racing. 33.3. Herman for Team Purple Dogs have done a 33.3, and so too has Team 32. We've then got Frank John on a 33.4. Pepega on a 33.5 and FNR on a 33.6, with Boyce for Apex on a 33.6 as well. The top 10 is separated by a gargantuan 8/10 of a second. And of course 9th and 10th have both done a 33.8. In the GT4s, Desmo in the pits with 3 minutes to go. So they've just about got, yeah, they've got time to get out and get a lap done. Carlett's still in second, ACC Italia staunchly holding on to third place for the moment. Severus and Central are in the pits as well with 2 minutes 40 to go. Kobayashi for Celestial Sphere. Oh, he's just lost 0.2 of a second through Del Rio. Yeah, it might be called Rio, but it's certainly not party time through there. This is absolutely one of those courses where you fully feel like a racing driver in every single corner. It's, you've got to carry the absolute maximum amount of speed through every single corner. Hanging on to that steering wheel like your life depends on it. They've lost a couple of tenths here through the traffic, but Stefan Booster for Keysbet Performance. Certainly performing at the moment. His current lap has got him set to move up 2 positions. Although Kobayashi, right, so he's going to go quick. He's currently going quick. Oh, Booster. Oh no, track limits. His lap is done. Kobayashi still finding time. He needs to find a lot more, to be fair, to actually move up in position, but he is getting closer to Brunhuber. Through turn 16. He was a full half a second up. He's dropped a little bit out of the last corner. It's going to get him into 43s, but it's not going to be close enough to see an improvement in position. Marquez is out of qualifying. Carlett have pulled over as well. No improvement there. The GT3 field. Not many movers or shakers. Nobody up on their lap apart from the 2 at the bottom. Strater have made it in. And Swiss Grid as well, but it is Bora Motorsport. 210s. The Porsche is going to struggle around here, you would think. That lack of top end speed is going to be painful. Asphalt 4 with the fall. Also, Raphael Sender. Full send. Cue the Leroy Jenkins soundboard. Yeah, no, we'll leave it alone. Don't want to blow anybody's ears out. But yeah, thank you very much for the follow here at LFM. Who are you cheering on? Let us know. Are you racing? Are you cheering on a specific team, or are you just here to see the world-class racing that is provided by the ACC Drive Endurance Series? The drivers, of course, all looking to win the lifetime membership to ACC Drive. Oh, Ramadan was going very quick there. He's lost a bit of time. I think he was maybe missed his braking zone ever so slightly. A couple of GT3s threatening improvement. Still got a bit of the lap to go. Not sure how much of a change Ramadan. Oh, it's peaking up at 3 seconds now. This could be an interesting time. 33.8. So he needs to get to at least a 33.5, you would say. Get him into the top 10. It's going to be nip and tuck. Nip and tuck. The GT3s now all within. Oh no, still got a couple of 35s. He's been held up. That's an awkward place to go around the outside. He's managed to get the apex. Is he going to hang on to the edge of the track limits? Yes, indeed. The GT4 does out. The Nissan. Oh, was a few tenths up, and Croyton is threatening pole position. Where's Croyton? Turn 15, so he is behind. Let's see what Ramadan can do in the Nissan. He's down the corner first. There we go. Oh, and he's lost the time out the last corner. He won't see an improvement. Croyton could be about to go pole position, unless it's not throwing me under the bus. It is pole position. Croyton does a 33.030 to go 2500ths quicker than the Apex Predators at the death. That is a statement time right there. Florian Baust, 9th position for the team. What a drive at the death by Croyton for Team 32. Absolutely outrageous. Outrageous, I think it's safe to say. Let me just see if we can't get some quality results up. In fact, we could probably just have a quick run down the grid. There we go, so confirmation, Team 32 taking the top spot. With the Apex Predators and Papega second and third. Fisher Racing on row 2. Team Purple Deluxe fifth with GTM joining them on row number 3. The GT4s. Desmo Racing took the top spot with a 142.050. Ahead of Khaled in ACC Italia. Sim Racing Canal got fourth with Buchholz in fifth. Acubua in sixth position. Pushed the wrong button there. Let's see if we can get into... Nope, can't quite do the grid walk. We'll have another look at the calendar. Just a quick reminder, of course, Red Bull Ring, Suzuka, Spa and Kailami. What a calendar this is. The first 4 rounds, it's Misano today, Watkins Glen, Imola, Brands Hatch, Bathurst, Barcelona, Silverstone and Zinnerberg Ring will all feature on the calendar. The top 10 scores for the teams carrying through, top 12 sorry, carrying through. If you do want to get involved in some ACC racing, of course the Geo Cup, the GT3 Sprint, the Pro Series, make sure you're tuned in for that on Thursday night. These guys and gals really do put the pro into pro. Some phenomenal racing, Twitch and YouTube. So make sure you tune in. And yeah, get yourself out doing some laps. You never know, you could be joining them. The BMW M2 and Porsche Cup competitions as well. Phenomenally fun cars to drive. So yeah, if that is your bag, get yourself involved. For today, of course, the ACC Drive Endurance Series, top team in the GT3s and the top team in the GT4s will get themselves 10 lifetime licenses, or up to 10, depending on how many members are in the team, of course. But yeah, up to 10 lifetime licenses. Some incredible prizes through the ACC calendar, that is for sure. The standings at the minute, of course. SimRC Endurance by Barminia not featuring today. They do have a big lead over the rest of the field though. And in the GT4s, it is Khaled Racing looking to fend off all comers. Didn't get the win last week and they're starting second this week. So yeah, this early lead, is it going to be looking to preserve it? Right, let's get the grid on the go. Yep, starting in first place, Team 32. Second position, it will be the Apex Predators. Ooh, 34-degree track temp's gone up one. In third place, it will be Papega Motorsports. Joining them, on row number 2 will be Fisher Racing Esports, a strong team they've got fielded today. Then it will be Team Purple Deluxe, looking very purple and very deluxe. In second place, in sixth position, the heat is going ahead. It's GTM in sixth. In seventh place, Thorsten Dragon. Definitely dragging on the brakes to get them warmed up. There is Monduzzi FNR in the Ferrari. 2 Italian drivers in a Ferrari on home soil. Could it be Stefan No behind the wheel of the Apex Predators BMW? Sorry, Florian Baust starting them off in 9th. And then it is Beagle Racing Division in 10th place. In 11th position, we have TWK 133.922. Good enough for 11th for them. Joining them on row 6, it's Nalhala Racing. Expect them to do good things during the race. In 13th position, it is the eSport Weechaffs. Again, correct pronunciations always welcome. The rookie Rockets in the Ferrari. Rocket to 134.2 got them 14th place. HHR, Thomas Jaeger behind the wheel of the BMW in 15th position, and in 17th place, Strater Motorsport. In 16th, sorry, this has gone a little bit. Johannes Mayer in 17th position. And then in 18th is Strater Motorsport once again, so 2 cars between 15 and 20. Then it is Baptiste Rose for Bora Motorsport in 19th place. Another Porsche just behind it is the Swiss Grid, starting in 20th position, just ahead of ALR in the McLaren, the final GT3 car. Oh no, sorry, my apologies. We've got Tim Flake for SL Racing Team. Snuck in right at the end. 22 cars in the GT3s. Then it's the GT4s. Desmo Racing. Oh, we're getting close. In first, then it is Calet Racing in second place. They're ahead of ACC Italia in the Mercedes. Fourth place in the GT4s is Sim Racing Canal. Sebastian Prince going solo on this one. Yep, we're going to have to cancel this and get to the start of the race. Here we go then, foot down, flat out, flying into turn at number 1. It is Anatoly Kreutin who took that pole position right at the death, and he leads the way comfortably. Good start by the cars following though. Kreutz putting pressure on Fisher Racing. They're battling for row 2 honours at the minute. He's got him up the inside. Zjargen has got him up the inside. No, he's at the back right out with that one. The Honda of Thorsten Dragon going a bit defensive as well. He finds himself pinned onto the inside line, mounts the curve. The Ferrari of Monduzzi looking to take positions if he can early doors. It's been an absolutely solid start by all, but Calet Racing with the absolute best start out of everybody. They have leapfrogged their way up into the lead of the GT4s. So incredible start by them. Let's see if we can catch that. Yep, straight to a replay. Oh yeah, incredible battle. Takes it up the inside line, out with turn number 2. So gets it done off the start. Yeah, the car in pole position in the GT4s a bit sluggish. Big moves being made in the background as well, as that is another change in position there within the GT4 class. Let's see, that's Noble who's made up 2. Prince has lost a position, and Computi has lost 2. Nico Cusel has had an absolute rocket of a start. He's made it up 7 positions. He's just got another overtake done, so he is absolutely flying up the top. Of course, it's Fisher Racing who held on and gained the position on Zjargen, and Thorsten Dragon, while we've been watching that, apologies, we missed him make 2 overtakes. He's got past Team Purple Deluxe, Monduzzi up as well. Frank John has dropped 3 positions. Ramadan is losing positions, he's losing pace. Hand over fist along the start-finish straight, and you can see he's not going to hang on to it. He loses that position as well. Oh, and he's almost gone into the back of the Ferrari ahead of him. Very nicely positioned. Swatco for Strater Racing with an incredible start. He's made it up 5. Not many accidents coming in at all. It's been a very clean start for all of the drivers. Let's see. Coast was involved in an accident early doors, but he's managed to gain 3 positions off the back of it. There from David Bernal as the car was looking for the esports way shafts. Find themselves down 8 spots at the start, so really suffering at the start of the race. They were involved in an accident, so let's have a look and see what ailed them early doors. So it's Noah's Ark into Del Rio, 2 by 2 they go. Oh, he gets a good rotation. There's no one. Oh, he just tries to re-centre the car there, moves over a bit and touches the car on the inside, ends up running off track. That's going to cost him up. Barely makes a bit of contact on the way back on, and that's a painful one. Oh, and Kessel is only just getting himself back past some GT4s, but no incident on the tracker. Apologies, not sure what happened there. We'll try a random replay on that. Let's see what's going on. Up at the front it is Kreutin with a very good lead over the rest of the field. After only 2 laps, he got a lightning start. He's absolutely made the most of it. Faldiena holding on to second place for the Apex Predators, now being followed though as we can see, by Fisher Racing, and he really is being followed. The Fisher car absolutely got the bit between its teeth in these conditions. No cloud cover at all, so the likelihood of rain looking ever slimmer. Q4 local time, 33-degree track temperature, of course optimum track conditions, 33. Starting to get a bit on the hot side for the tyres, but 48 minutes. The GT3 drivers will all be changing tyres every single pit stop. Anyway, I think the GT4s will see more double stints, and he is so close out of that corner, but there's some battling going on behind us. That is Bags looking to take a position. He's got right up to the FNR team. He's putting some pressure on them, but so too Frank John in the GTM McLaren. We will see there is a car in fact in front of that BMW, quite a few. Wow, as the head through Carbone, and they're going to be heavy on the brakes. It's just, oh, now that's wide. Wow, he opened up that corner, and look at the gap that he's closed there. That's incredible work through there. That's a lot of bravery early doors. Getting the tyres into the window early and absolutely extracting the maximum amount of this at pace through 14, but going into 16 it is still absolute nip and tuck, nose to tail, with Thorsten Dragon eternally grateful he's got this little gap that he's looking at over his shoulder. Great start for him, up 2 positions and leaving this pack squabbling as he's got a decent sight of the car ahead. He's going to be punching into the dirty air pretty soon. In the GT4s, it is Calat Racing still leading the way, but they're not getting it all their own way, that is for sure. As you can see, Marquez took the top spot in quali and now finds himself in second after, yeah, I wish we could go back far enough to see what happened off the line. Ooh, that's a brave entry by the Calat car, manages to hold on to it though, the car's swinging underneath. Remember the main difference, GT3 cars are about 80% race cars, 20% road car. They must be homologated, that's why they make these big fancy cars. GT4s are the other way around, they're about 80% road cars, 20% race car, which is basically rip everything out, bucket seats and a fancy steering wheel and some kind of suspension. Aerodynamics, not so much. But certainly, yeah, a lot more body roll, safe to say, these cars than the GT3s. Is it me or is there no sound? Oh goodness. I do hope it is just your good self. They are transmitting. We should be. I will do a quick sanity check. Yeah, right, okay, yeah, sound is working. There we go, confirmation in the chat. Thank you very much. I might just need to do a... oh, there's no point in saying it if you can't hear it. Oh, he's still chasing... oh, okay, there we go. Okay, what? One side not working, yeah. Audio issues, they are fun, they are fun. Will there be endurance races for AC? That's a good question. Jump into the Discord chat and yeah, give them a shout. If there's enough appetite, they will put them on. There's suggestions for series as well. Yeah, from Destoin on YouTube. Adrian Raka as well, HDP JKW. Not sure, try a quick refresh. That's what I typed. There we go. Unfortunately, Simvid has a decent one. Can PlayStation play on this league? Yeah, no, it's a bit tricky. Unfortunately, right, yeah, sorry, let's get back to the racing in hand. This is the battle for the lead in the GT4s, and it is definitely a battle just for the lead with Noble. He is a bit behind. I say a bit behind, he's absolutely perfectly poised to strike if these two get themselves entangled, just like the drivers behind them are. That is North Racing. He'll certainly be racing north. He's got himself a couple of very close contenders. Oh no, just that one course. Okay, so he is. He's been flashed at, trying to put him off. Next, he's got Brun Huber ahead of him. A couple of yellow flags there. Oh, and he's going for it around the outside. Can't quite hang on to it though. On flag, we've got more positions in the GT3s chasing hand. Sorry, I've looked at that the wrong way around, but yeah, the GT3s are still changing. GT3s are still changing hand. The Porsche very much getting involved here. The two Porsches starting a bit further down the grid, as you would expect, and they've lost a couple of places since the start. Nico Kessel started at the back of the grid. He's now joined. Okay, so he was joining the GT4 pack because he started from the pits. Yes, didn't quite get through the full run through the starting grid. He did start from the pits. Oh, two USB ports stopped working. Brutal. Turn 1 sim race lounge. That is savage. Were you racing? Or were you due to race? Let's see, John's looking close. We need to keep up with the action because there's still lots going on in these early exchanges. And he's on Frank John. Running the gauntlet there. He's already dropped 3 positions in this race, so he's looking to take them back. You can be absolutely sure. 9th position at the moment. Oh no, half the headset died. There's nothing worse. Well, actually, there is. If both of these went, I suppose there is some solace in the fact that you've still got half the sound, but that's yeah, that is massively disappointing. I use Steel Series. I do find it very good. Sonar is it's not too bad. It's not too intrusive. So yeah, I would recommend. And they've always got sales on. Let's see. We've got. Oh, and he's absolutely going for it. Ziegan is watching this battle as these two swapping positions. The Mustang getting it done. Race conditions definitely favouring the Fisher Racing Esports team, and in fact, let me see. Get a cheeky little replay of this one. Head into curve. Well, look how much more pace he's got. Absolutely banged to rights before the braking zone. Got a tough line on the inside. Manages to hold it. The McLaren taking the only line available to him there. And yeah, that is a very, very, very nice move by Fisher Racing. And with the pace that they're showing, yeah, the car ahead might just need to pick it up a little bit if they're still going to be in the lead when we get to the first round of pit stops. 48-minute stint timer. We're already 12 minutes into this one. Croyton, how long is he going to hold on to this gap? It's actually the Apex Predators that have just been overtaken. They've got the current fastest lap of the race with the 33.4. And in fact, I can actually. Yep, we should have that on. There we go. So Crows, yeah, Foldana taking the fastest lap early doors. Wanduzzi for FNR, they're still tucked very much in a battle. This is going to be so close, and again, I mentioned it at the start, track limits. It's so easy to breach them here. I think we'll see more than our fair share of track limit penalties. Killer drive-throughs can absolutely sneak them at any point in time. But some action still going on in the GT4s. With the GT3s down at the back. Kissel is now caught up to the rest of the pack quite impressively. And he's got himself 2 Porsches ahead of him. I think that's going to be a couple of overtakes pretty quickly. As you can see, some GT4s getting passed already. A lot of drive-throughs will be happening today. Yep. Ibsco Field Racing, 100% agreement with that one. It's just one of those tracks. Oh, look at these two for the lead of the race. Let's jump on to the bonnet of the chasing Mercedes. Marquez trying to get back to the top spot, almost getting it done out of turn 10 through Carbona we go, absolutely flat. Here it comes, the fun apex braking zone. Round the corner, all the way going out to that left hand side. Everything needs to be into the right. Oh, he's really using those curves again. Opens the corner up a bit wider. Does Marquez, looking to find any advantage he can. The two of them are exactly the same machinery. Set up dependent, and they are lapping very closely. 42.9 and a 42.7. I'll tell you, third place is actually, he's starting to close that gap with ACC Italia. It's starting to catch back up. He's just put in 43.2, so 4/10 quicker. Sorry, Noble. 43.6, yeah, so he is being caught. Buchholz are being caught. Yeah, so we could see a three-way battle, but it might be Caputi that's getting himself involved. There is a side-by-side, the Ginetta on the McLaren holding it. The Ginetta's got the inside line. He's going to have this next apex, but it'll go back in the way of the McLaren. Let's see if Kobayashi Celestial Sphere, Thorsten Dragon goes through. He's got to let the GT3s through. Dragon trying to find his way past it. Gets tricky through here. There's a GT3 on the outside. He's now going to cut to the inside. That's Fisher Racing. Oh no, sorry, that's Team Purple Deluxe chasing down Thorsten Dragon as the Ginetta fends off the advances of the McLaren, but can both of them fend off, or either of them fend off the advances, or only if there's an Aston Martin as well, as Ronio looks to get himself involved. That is Ronio looking to get himself involved. The GT3 traffic working massively in the favour of Akabua Racing, who really got themselves involved there. The McLaren unable to get past the Ginetta, who is now tearing away and throwing him absolutely to the World Celestial Sphere. Oh, bit tentative on the brakes as Straight of Racing come up the middle, and the Pierre, the Mustang, go up the inside out with turn number 10, or as we commentators like to call it, where angels fear to tread. But race drivers most certainly do not. That McLaren, what a battle in defensive display it's gone from. It suddenly turned into, considering a few corners ago, it was all out of attack. Oh, and the Mercedes has gone bold on the inside, but the McLaren's got a much better line. Here comes the Nissan GTR. I'm going to split them on the apex. Very nicely done. Oh no, the Aston backed right out of it. Yeah, good use of the traffic there by by North Racing. Absolutely read the task at hand, but so too the SR97X team. That is a great driving by Tenetry there. Again, it's in endurance racing, everything quick. You need to be quick, consistent, good in the pits and good in the traffic, and it really will bring you some great results home. They're also very close here. Bernal, in 19th position for the esports Waycharts. Lost a couple of positions at the start and is still looking to gain them back. Now down 6 overall, so it's been a tough start there. Tim Flake making it up 6. So too Strater Racing, their Mustang, having an absolute flyer of a race at the moment. And of course the Mustang's doing well in race 10 because Crowson Fisher Racing is up from 4th to 2nd. I tell you what, he's dropping apex behind him and he is starting to put a hurting on, although Croydon went 3/10 quicker on that last lap. You can see that is no joke of a difference now. Now we're only just coming to the halfway mark of the first stint, so Croydon is going to need to absolutely go something to hold on to the lead of the race. They're second place in the GT4s now with the race leaders coming past. Very nicely done. That Mustang is absolutely moving, another 3/10 quicker as the GT4 race leader finds himself with first and second in the GT3s coming through. Oh, beautifully done through a tricky set of corners. That's played right into Croydon's hands here. He couldn't have asked for better timing for the ever advancing opponent to meet that traffic. He's put the gap back up to 1.5. Monduzzi is threatening overtake on Strater though. While that's going on, the FNR car looking to take back some spots. Another car with a tough start, a few scrapes, dings and dents up the side of the car as he keeps it nice and neat on the inside. Strater feeling the pressure. Koch is currently up 6 spots, so he and Montuzzi for FNR hovering at mirror image, start opening 20 minutes. Ooh, and that wiggle in the Ferrari. Yeah, maybe going some way to explaining why they've dropped down 5 position. Not looking the most planted. I don't know how much of a surprise these conditions would have been. Let me just see, is it 20? Yeah, only 11% of rain, so I don't think the drivers would have spent much time practicing in the wet. Oh, and he's got it done. They've met up with traffic as I've been looking away. He's got that done. So Strater loses a spot. Oh, he looks to take it straight back again. He tries to go the long way around the Carboni. No, opens the corner up. Is he going to try something? No, he's not close enough surely to try something on the brakes here. On the exit to the next... No, too far behind. I was going to say this exit here, if he opens it up, it's a nice tight run round. Oh, and that's a GT4 car running massively wide to accommodate some GT3s. So now see the biggest gap we've seen between the top two GT4s as Roar gets involved. Nico Kessel. I did say the McLaren was likely to get some overtakes done on the courses pretty quickly. That is one of them already done. Thomas Jaeger behind them, carrying a lot of damage, the 1, 2, 3. So meeting a lot of traffic here. Out with Del Rio. Oh yeah, okay. The Ferrari sort of double wiggle. Yep, on entrance and exit. Okay. There we go then. That'll be the completely stationary GT4. Which is the geriatric racing Etienne Mayer. So he's exiting. That is of course the Nissan GTR. Oh, double tap. Oh, and he catches the McLaren as well, rolls back, holds his brakes, and there's absolutely nothing anyone else can do there. And to add insult to injury, it spun him a full 2 times, so it didn't even leave him facing the correct way. A couple of big contacts there, that's going to have quite a massive effect as Jaeger then. Carrying a lot of damage down 8 spots. Kessel given a free one. Koch is still closing in on the overall race lead, the GT3 lead, 1.3 seconds, so he's found another 2 tenths on Troyton, and more importantly finding time on Faldinia. The McLaren really not keeping up in race trim, now 2.6 seconds behind. We've got Team Purple Deluxe, lost a couple of positions, now looking to get back up. It's Thorsten Dragon still ahead of them, 1.3 seconds is the gap there. Baust and Vier both making gains already. I did say to keep an eye on Valhalla, they're up 4 on the race start, on where they started already. So inside the top 10, a couple of quick turnarounds in the pits. Ooh, speaking of turnarounds in the pits, Baptiste Roar in the Porsche coming in. And that is early, what is that, 22 minutes? Oh, it was a drive-through. Wow. That was a drive-through for track limits. There we go, first one in 22 minutes. We put a poll up in the chat to see if we can throw some guesses at how many there's going to be, because yeah, first one in 22 minutes. That's, yeah, incredible. Incredible. Marquez, Kobayashi is who I'm looking for though. The Celestial Steer car. Losing positions at the start of the race. Looking to get some back. Brunhuber ahead, another driver who's lost quite a few spots in these opening exchanges. Ranillo joining them. It's Sobrera in the Porsche. Just shows you the GT4 Porsche, definitely better than the GT3 Porsche. Bang for buck, because the two of them have made up quite a few positions. So the complete opposite to the Porsches in the GT3 race, the GT4s. And net gain of 10 places between the two of them. To see themselves chasing down top 5 honours. Sim Racing Canal down a spot. They have been overtaken by ACC Italia by Buchholz Racing, who've gone past ACC Italia actually to take Third place, sorry I missed that. Vehicles onto the podium. Got past Caputi. Right, no incident registered there, and it is still Marquez and Laugenberg battling out for the top 2 spots. And you can see the gap there. Very close indeed. Ooh, that's a battered and bruised GT3 Ferrari coming through. 15th place. Oh, Toto Gazvili. Apologies, I have to give that one a second crack. We can see Laugenberg and another GT3 car coming through. I did say there's a lot of interactions early doors in these races with the 2 classes. We've got Mayer in the Porsche looking to take advantage of the damaged Ferrari and get a position taken back. Mayer in the Porsche actually up a spot for Strater, so the Porsche is fighting back. Certainly this one is. That is for sure. We've got Widmer for Swissguard. Back where they started. So we've got back past Kissel then. Ronio in the Aston still trying to get past Tenery in the GT4s. There's a lot going on. Wow, I tell you what, Tenery really got his work cut out for him now. That Aston Martin is looking very quick at this stage of the race. Ooh, now, we've actually got cloud cover. And the track's down to 31 degrees. That's a 3-degree drop in temperature. That is significant in 25 minutes. And here was me saying, yeah, little chance of rain. Nope. The sim racing gods, hope springs eternal. Hopefully the clouds and the rain does too. Yeah, it'd be nice to see what they do. The GT4s are already, some of them are going to be double stint. For me, and that is a bit wide by the Ginetta. He's going to get caught out here. The Aston Martin taking a completely different line as well. And they've got Kobayashi not too far behind. I tell you what, the Ginetta might have just taken one too many apex a bit wide, and the Aston Martin is going to have to try and defend while trying to find that overtake. Nothing doing through Del Rio. What can the McLaren do? Try and leapfrog both of them here potentially. The Ginetta managing to get it back under control. Fairly impressively, it has to be said. Managing to hold on to position. Oh, for now is another lot of tyre squealing there. You'll definitely be missing that in the other headphone. Yeah, McLaren. Look at the pounds. Doesn't have the apex. Oh, the Ginetta's run wide. He's run wide, and it's SR97. And they're going to invite a 3 wide. No, they're not. They're going to invite. Oh, the McLaren's lost a whole lot of pace. A whole lot of pace. Aston Martin is still behind. Ah, we've lost him. Sorry. Ranio, sorry. Yep, he has got his nose. The Ginetta in a straight line. No match for the Aston. Backs right out of it. Brings the McLaren in. Oh, and the McLaren's lost the spot as well. Kobayashi fighting back. Celestial Sphere. Gained back one of the positions they've lost at the expense of Brunhuber there. So North Racing down another spot, Kobayashi regaining a spot, and Ranio finally getting that overtake done. 27 minutes in. Oh, the Ginetta having a big wiggle on that exit curve. Oh, the GT4s absolutely bringing the heat once again as the top 2. There is still absolutely nothing between them. As you can see, up in the GT4s, we're down to less than a second between the top 2. Foldiana in third is still losing time, so too is Sviagin in 4th place. Dragon in 5th is actually very close to Christian Herman. Team Purple Deluxe looking to take back a spot that was taken from them by Sviagin, who got past Dragon as well. Oh, he's having a look up the inside, or is he just getting out of the slipstream before he hits the braking zone? It's a nice corner complex he's taken there, applying the pressure. He's the Honda in a straight line though. It's going to absolutely say goodbye. Totos Gazvili has just made himself an overtake. He's fending off the damaged Bernal. Bernal's got a few dinks as well. Oh, and as Bernal goes past the Porsche. Oh, or does he straight on Motorsport? We're going to hang on to this one on the apex. The BMW has run a bit wide, and that has invited Clammy in. And that is TWK making a move, a very fortuitous move. Look how separated they are on the exit. I know he doesn't quite make it stick, and also joining this little battle. ALR team as well. They can fancy themselves a cheeky little double overtake as this 5-way battle goes on. Ooh, He's got no choice but to go up the inside. The McLaren caught wanting there. Completely different braking zone. ALR looking a lot better on the brakes than their counterpart ahead. Maybe got a bit more rear wing on the car. It's holding them in fair stead, because I tell you what, it looks so much better around the corner. Surely, oh, he's not quite going to get the exit that he needed. He was too far on the inside, couldn't quite get enough acceleration out of the car, but it is Bernal who does get the overtake done. He's got the two McLarens now squabbling behind him. Strayer Motorsport still trying to get past this Wheelie, who's still carrying that damage. We've still got the GT4s, but now it is Murphy for experimental racing. Already made it up two. He's in this battle. He's in the battles as well. Tenere 1.8 down. Marquez still at 0.3. Oh, and there's been an overtake. Kreusch has got past. Oh, and he's already got it done. My apologies, we've totally missed that one. Wow, he really closed that gap. It was at a second, and then now it's a second the other way. Absolutely wild. Oh yeah, Cross could be about to run away with this one. Absolutely savagely. Oh, I wonder if there was going to be some traffic involved or what's going on, but oh, he's getting close there. Yeah, but yeah, close. Obviously, quick and yeah, quick and concise overtake he's got done there. Yeah, so we'll see what McLaren can do now. Team 32 looking to get back on the top spot if they can. Some technical issues. Let's just stay on board with this battle for a moment. We are back, my apologies. We are here for round 5. It's the ACC Drive Endurance Series. We've got 3 hours at Misano. We're 33 minutes in. So we've got the drivers eyeing up their first pit stop. We still see drivers eyeing up chances for the lead of the race. The top 2 in the GT4s leading an absolute masterclass at the minute. They are now 9 seconds ahead of the rest of the GT4 field. Yeah, really are getting the job done up in front. in for 10th. Oh, Broomhaven as well in 32nd. Overall, oh, they're swapping positions. Oh, and he's ended up going wide there. Oh, Broomhaven ended up off the track and he's been overtaken by the Ginetta once again. Murphy with the yellow flag. Oh, Flammy now is fits. Oh no, he's off track. He is completely off track. Let's see if we can get a replay of that. Here, 07. Yeah, so TWK, no one near him at this point. We've seen that can still go a bit wrong. Oh, just loses the back of the car. Finds themselves out on the grass, so easily done in there. Just tapped the brakes at the wrong time, yeah. Ends up having to crawl over the grass and back onto the racing line. Absolutely not what you need, and now finds himself under serious pressure from Kissel. Yeah, so these two McLarens are going to have themselves a nice little battle. Croce is putting in the laps now, 34.3, so a tenth slower actually than Croyton, but still got that lead 35 minutes into the race. While Marquez is still absolutely all over the back of him. Yes, apologies for any graphical issues that were. So yeah, this is still the battle for the lead of the race around this wonderful Misano track. I did see someone saying beautiful Misano in the chat as well. Hopefully everyone enjoying the race. Guto Champ, thank you very much for the follow. Got one yesterday, said Disco Field, yep, there's going to be quite a few drive-thrus. I've already seen one of the GT3s. And one of the GT4s picked one up as well now. Booster for Kiesbeck Racing find themselves down near the back of the GT4 grid. Mayer has been in for a full service pit stop after picking up some damage, a lot of damage after that contact. So yeah, they could well be now running a very long race, very long the next couple of stints. Where am I looking now? No, sorry, Marquez still all over the back of him. Montuzzi in the GT3s is managing more than keep pace with the Strater Motorsport car at the minute. Strater up quite a few, Montuzzi down a few, so we're going to take them back. These two have been battling away since Strater retook the position from Montuzzi. Almost a bit of a wiggle there, keeps it. Yeah, Yeah, he does hold on to that one there. Croyton is now caught right back up to Kroos. Wow, I thought he was Kroos was maybe going to run away with this a bit. But absolutely not to be, not on Croyton's watch. Team 32 reapplying the pressure as we come to the end of the first stint. So about 9.5 minutes from now, the driver's first stint timer will evaporate. Evaporate, as good as any, I suppose. Some of them will be grateful actually, because that's a 4-degree drop in track temperature. That is quite significant, especially when you're losing the amount of fuel that you're losing per lap as well. The weight of the car really will be down. Let's see what the Ferrari can do against straighter Swatco. He's having a look up the inside of turn 8. He's a bit too far back. He's got a GT4 Mercedes. Yep, gets out nice and wide. So no advantage to be gained there for the Fezza, but FNR still definitely in the hunt. Oh, big wide entrance into turn 10 there. That's one way to do it. Gets a decent enough exit though, not going to be able to apply pressure through Corvone. I do think the Mustang just that bit better in a straight line, it's safe to say. That's a bit deep. Yeah, Monduzzi there on flirting with the limits of the track there. That could be a slap on the wrists. Yeah, overdriving the car, definitely not the way to do it. We've got another GT4 car for the GT3s to get past, very easily done. Second place flashed as well, wants that apex as well. Wow, really wants that apex as Marcus Gross. He is all over that Fisher Racing. Esports holding on to first place after taking 2 positions in the race so far. Sorry, 3 positions. Started in 4th. Ooh, and that's a bit of a wiggle. That is a wiggle that Croyton does not need at this stage, although there is no GT4 traffic. Oh, very quickly up the inside. Croyton need to catch up if you can. Apply some more pressure. See if he can, any possibility to get back into the lead before they come into pits. I'm sure they will grasp that with both hands. The GT3s again, they will be changing tyres pretty much every stop, I think, especially although 30 degrees is coming down. They might chance it depending on how short the final stint is. The GT4s, we are likely to see a few of them double stinter tyres at least. We've certainly seen it a few times, and the teams have gained massive positions, so I do think we're going to see quite a few try it this week. Given the success that it's had for the force so far, I think it is, yeah, something that the drivers do need to be trying. Especially when there's a possibility, it's such a high possibility of picking up a drive-through in this race. You want to make sure you maximise every aspect. So yeah, if you can do a couple of drive-throughs, clear your stint timer. I'll see leaps and bounds up the field as it has done. Tim Flake making leaps and bounds. He's up 9 places on where he started. Started 22nd spot. So it has been a very consistent climb through the ranks for Tim, and he is right on the back of this battle that is completely undecided between Slater. Oh, he's having a look at the inside. He's thinking about it. He's not quite close enough, and he's thinking about it again. He's got a good rotation here. The Ferrari definitely the better of the two. Through the corner, it's the exit that the Mustang excels, and again we can see exactly that beautifully highlighted there as Montuzzi unable to get past for FNR. I think we need to be on driver to get his helmet cam, to get his rear view mirror as well. There is the battle that is now facing the straighter driver at the moment. So we are 43 minutes in. Oh, and he's run deep through turn 10, and that is going to be absolutely gobbled up. And does the Ferrari have enough in a straight line though to hold on to it? That is the important one. Oh, and there's a bit of door banging on the straight there. That will probably get a bit of a lookie, and I tell you, the Mustang, yep, just absolutely gallops out of town, side by side with that Ferrari. Oh, and it's the top two of the GT4s that are now coming up. Oh, and the Mustang really pushing it to get it over on that inside, and it is FNR. Almost losing the spot, and yeah, big gap now developing between the top two and the GT4s as these 3 GT3s slide themselves in between. heavy on the brakes again. The Ferrari so much better through the corners than the Mustang. Just so much better on those corner exits, getting the car up to speed. Is he closer this time than he has been? Monduzzi 3/10 Bernal, now 4/10 down. Marquez back to within a second already. So yeah, there's definitely an argument could be made that Marquez is the quicker. Oh, we've got a GT3 car coming in, that's clammy for KWF, sorry, coming in. Really on the ragged edge, those curves. Really on the ragged edge. Solid battle there. You would think Kroos, is he going to extend his stint as long as possible, or stay out as long as possible? I don't think it would be a particularly bad idea. So about 4 minutes left in the stint. Another couple of laps. Let's see Monduzzi lighting up the timing boards once again. Come on, there he is. Still absolutely nose to tail, although Swatko a bit further ahead this time than he was the last time, so you would think he's going to have an easier time through the final couple of corners. Oh, now was that Marquez going side by side? How close is he? No, he's not. Not quite close enough, so out with the slipstream early there. No real advantage, but he has closed right back up again. So despite having 3 GT3 cars between them, a lap ago, he's got it back to within half a second. It does currently have the fastest lap as well with the 43.2 in the GT4s. TWK, sorry, they are on their way out of the pits. Oh, Zviegin has come in for Pepega. So the cars are starting to come in. Is that Ramadan's coming in as well in the Nissan. Monduzzi is still out. Race leader is still out. So the Apex Predators in third place. Oh, Monduzzi looking close once again. When we're going past as more cars come in. Monduzzi, oh, heavy on the brakes again, but it's not going to be enough again because on the corner, oh no, the Mustangs had a bit of a wiggle on the exit, couldn't quite get the power down. This is going, yeah, it's not going to be an interesting one. He's going to get close through here, and then on the exit at turn 10, heading towards Gorbone, he is going to absolutely blitz him. I think it's more likely that Tim Flay gets the overtake done than Monduzzi at the moment. Ferrari battle certainly favours the Ferrari, whereas both of them against the Mustang. Oh, the Mustang really brave for the line he's taking through there, carrying so much speed. Look how close the Ferrari gets under braking. Oh, now that is a bit wide by the Mustang. It's going to give him a fighting chance here. No, it's not, because again, the corner exit is just absolute scream. Oh, and he's gone for an overtake on the way into the pits. The 3 of them have gone in the pits. He's got it done in the pit. Couldn't get it done out on track, but Monduzzi gets it done on the pit entrance, and then Strater Motorsport are surely going to get themselves a penalty for speeding in the pit lane there. Absolute massive burst of acceleration. Ooh, that's going to be an interesting one on the way out. So positions changing on the pit entrance before they got to the line then. Kroos certainly changing the lay of the land over the top of the field. That is a big gap that's now developed. Baust, Herman, Mayer, everyone in the pits. We've got, 1 minute left. So it looks like, the top 5 managing to get an extra lap on the rest of the field. That's going to be interesting towards the end. 49 seconds left. Croyton's going to come in. Viena will come in as well. Felix Vier is maybe cutting this one a bit close. Oh no, 30 seconds left to get into the pits. Thorsten Dragon as well needs to pit also. Zviegin is out. Sorry, Zviegin on track leader turn 7. Dragon will pull in the pits with about 10 seconds to spare. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. There you go with 10 seconds. Left to go. Kroos is stationary. Viena is as well. Zviegin is coming through turn number 10. We've got Marquez on his way back out. Did stop to take on fuel, so too did Laugenberg. There is an R next to their name though. Prince went for a drive-through, so Sim Racing Canal, there you go. They've gone for it and they've made up a spot. They've only done a drive-through, so they're double stinting. And Raineo for Akabu didn't take tyres, only went for fuel. Murphy did a drive-through as well, so that's 4 of the GT4 cars trying to take an advantage through the pits in their opening stint. Krosh back out on track, Vieren Dragon in the pits. Jägen is up to 2nd place. Pepega, oh no, Kreuton is back out. Yep, it's Jägen. We'll see some changes there once everybody comes out. Yeah, Vieren Dragon Dragon on his way out. Stefan No for the Apex Predators. Back out in 5th position. Oh, Faldina with a long stop. Wow, a long stop. Now, was that damage or was that a penalty? I might have missed a penalty coming up on screen actually. I need to... Yes, they're still not shown for me. So Volkswagen comes out 10 spots, they've lost 77 seconds, they were stationary. I can only guesstimate that's a penalty. Georgiev for Fisher Racing is out behind the wheel for their 2nd stint. Kreuton driving this one alone. He is back out, 2.9 seconds is the difference there. They have identical pit stop times. Tight battle going on here. Nalhala Racing up 8 spots. Tone Star behind the wheel, comes out the pits. In 4th place ahead of Stefan No. I did say keep an eye on Nalhala in the race. That's an incredible turnaround so early. The Apex Predators in 5th have had a good run, but that run might be getting stopped soon. Well, Paul Bao comes out for GTM. You can see just how quick they're moving in that McLaren. So a couple of changes there. Bao back up. Meerman is out behind the wheel for Dragon, the team Purple Deluxe. 3 spots down overall, but back out in 8th. Ramadan back out in 9th. And FNR back out in 10th place. Christian Marquez has overtaken the race leader. Carlet Racing now down in 2nd place. Oh, now they might have the penalty actually. They were stationary for 5 seconds longer. So they were stationary for 5 seconds longer. Bernal and Mazal in the pits. Yeah, might grab that telemetry actually, just because mine has frozen a couple of times. Yes, so it's all changed to the top of the 2. Well, kind of change. We started this stint Fisher Racing, who started in 4th place, got themselves in the lead coming into the pits, and they maintained that and increased that gap after coming out ahead of Team 32. Swadko for Strater Racing has now got Escrow for FNR ahead of him. Volkswagen for Apex Predators down 10 after a very long pit stop. And of course changes in the GT4's Akabu, gaining a spot, only 17 seconds stationary, so only took on a bit of fuel in their pit stop. Sim Racing Canal have regained the spot as well. They did a drive-through, so they've only cleared their stint timer. So they were running 2 stints worth of fuel at the start of the race, so they could find a fair bit of pace in this stint. And then we'll see what they do next stop. And Nitin Murthy as well for Experimental Racing. Another car that only did a drive-through for their first stop. That's 8 positions they are now up on where they started. So that is it, not too bad at all, puts him in 7th place. So they will have a decent line stop next time around. Swag go for straighter into pits. Was that a second stop? Because that does seem quite long. For the first stint, Jaeger 60 seconds. It's a stop go 30 seconds. Straighter with a stop go 30 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Wow, so if the track limits don't get yet, the pit limits just might, and that has dropped Straighter right out of that battle that they were having. Xanatos could be catching up to, oh, as the genetic gets overtaken, Celestial going for the move there. They might have made that stick. Oh no, they've not, they've probably dropped right back. Oh no, yes, the genetic that they're battling with, sorry, yeah, Kobayashi, Celestial Sphere. He's got the genetic looking for up the inside to penetrate, not able to get the momentum over the Mercedes into the final corner, and the Merc hanging on to that one. That's the Genetta, that's the Merc. That engine sounds amazing. Some heavy gear action there. So Volkswagen, fastest car out on track. That penalty dropping him down to 11th position. Up at the top of the field though, George Yeb lapping pretty much, oh yeah, 3/10 quicker on that last lap at Croydon. Has kept the gap now balanced at 3 seconds. We'll see if they can close back up. He's just going past one of the other GT3 cars. Clammy, who's lost a couple of spots, I believe. Yeah, down 6, the TWK car. Oh, losing a few spots. But we're going to go past the straighter Mustang. And I tell you what, that's going to be quite the turnaround if he manages to get this done. He's got a good line up the inside and not quite enough momentum. Yeah, does win. The Mustang does win once again. Proved to be king in a straight line, but that's not the best place. I mean, it is a decent place around here actually, sorry I misspoke, there's a lot of places to get up to top speed. Team Purple Deluxe, recently rebranded, they've down 2 spots, so we're going to take them back, no ahead of them in 5th place, the driver has taken that. Dragon Racing with Meerman is the driver that they're focused on at the moment, though Meerman as well, and Dragon losing the spot at the start again to the Apex Predators ahead of them, but they are both closing in, so there's going to be a fascinating little battle of Honda with a much later Apex than the BMW, and you can see the BMW with that extra steering input to keep the ship steadied on the exit to turn 10. Into Corfone we go, and yeah, this is a battle that is brewing pretty closely, I would say. Tonestar for Valhalla. The car leading this little pack at the moment, but the 3 behind them definitely getting closer. You can see the Honda not associated with particularly good cornering action, but certainly closing up on the Apex BMW. It's following at the minute out of the, in and out of the last corner of Valhalla. Yeah, even if they were to lose a position or two here, there would still be 6 spots up on where they started, which is a more than impressive feat. Yeah, especially just in the first stint and a half. We're actually going up with Fanny trying to get past Straighter, who oh no, sorry, Svatko is just out of the pits. He's trying to go past Jaeger at the minute, further down the field. Ooh, and that's a bit of a drift. Oh, wrong car, my apologies, it's Kennetree. Who's still battling with Kobayashi, and they've got themselves a couple of GT3 cars that has saved them. One of them is in 2nd place overall. Kennetree, that's given Kobayashi a little bit of breathing space, but he's right back in the hunt, flying into that final corner there, carrying so much more pace in, and Jeanette almost catching himself out there. And finding himself back into the back of the Mercedes. It's good to be in a passenger seat on the correct side of the car. through turn number 2 to go, and Ginetta all kinds of lively over those external sausage curves, with the Mercedes looking just a little bit more clarity, a bit more weight, it's safe to say. Love the engine sounds of these GT4 cars. On the exit to Del Rio, oh, the Ginetta really using all the track. He is living absolutely on the edge to keep up with the Mercedes. They just keeps taking away on those corner exits. Time and again, it's going to need a good move to get this one done. What a beautiful sound. There's Bio, who has just gone past Ramadan. Meerman has gone past No. There's been a bit of dueling going on here then. It's Meerman. He's got his way past No, and it looks like No's about to be overtaken once again. Yes, Snyder goes past the 116 there. Let's have a just, yeah, let's do it on a random replay. Or not a random replay, we'll rewind it a minute and see if we can see what happened. Okay, so we're going past the GT4 car, nothing untowards there. Maybe lost a little bit of pace, but nothing showing instantly then. In the last corner, the Honda is so much better on the brakes, time and time again. I wonder if we're going to see the incident here. Into turn number 1, that's Valhalla ahead of them. Ooh, there's a bit of a wiggle, one deep there. And yeah, just no pace out with turn number 2, absolutely caught standing. Absolutely standing still, so yeah, into Del Rio was the demise. And on the way out, yeah, down 2 positions, No. Now finds himself with Paul Bale for GTM all over the back of him, and Ferdi Jerry Ramadan as well. Already gained the position in the race so far, and he's looking to gain more as the cars ahead are battling. Stefan No coming under serious pressure. Tone Star's off. Tone Star for Valhalla is off. They were up 8 spots. For some reason that's not come up as an incident. Car 112. Very strange that didn't register. We're going to set the parameters a bit better, but let's have a look and see. So out with Carvone, nice on the brakes. Looking okay through 14. Yeah, absolutely fine. Yeah, so there's a chasing pack there. So maybe just on the exit here, and then out with the last corner. I don't think we're going to get to see what happened here, unfortunately. Yeah, no, my apologies. For some reason it didn't show up as an incident, so I can't get a replay of what just happened. I can only surmise that it went off in turn number 1. But that Star just lost 5 places. Meerman, Team Purple Deluxe, all gaining there. So did Bayo and Ramadan, now up 3. No manages to gain a position after losing quite a few. Oh, and that is the race leader. Khaled have been spun. Khaled have just been spun by the Valhalla car. There was contact certainly, and it's Khaled Racing. Race leaders in the GT4s now find themselves off track and facing the wrong way. Oh, so Valhalla ran off again. Then came back on the Kala car. Oh, yeah, so Valhalla back in the car twice. Oh, it's just been moved over to hold the racing line, and not the interaction you want to see, and certainly not the way that Marquez would have wanted to take the lead of the race. But it's Marquez's patience for Desno that has paid off to find themselves on the top spot. And Buchholz Racing, what a race they've had, flown under the radar predominantly. They're now flying high in second place. Khaled did manage to get back on track and hold on to third. I would expect the stewards to be having a look at that one. Thankfully they're stewards, and I'm not. ACC Italia, they've lost a hatful of places in the pit stop. They did have a slightly longer pit stop than most others. Oh, now I didn't notice. MRT only had a 19-second pit stop. Yeah, right, okay. So they've done a fuel-only stop as well. Oh, the Ginetta absolutely tormenting the ACC car there. The ACC Italia car. come back at him in the last corner. Does he have the pace? That Ginetta looks very planted through there. You would think Manson would have the run. Here comes the train of GT3 cars behind them. The Mercedes have a look up the inside. Definitely got the pace. Has he got the moves? No, he does not. Thorsten Dragon, sorry, Meerman's about to get. Oh, Kroin with the yellow flag. Kroin's just lost himself a bit of time there, going past some GT4 cars. Right, so he was just coming up to that battle that we were watching there. Schneider now being followed by Ramadan, who's got himself past No. And is still holding on to that one. Tone Star looking to catch back up, and in fact he has done a very good job at catching back up. Roslager losing time to this group of cars ahead. Ramadan, the driver, right in the middle of this battle. As you can see, sends one up the inside. Oh, is the GT4 ahead? Oh, and he's going to lose the back of it. A lot of veering going on there as the Mercedes GT4 had a bit of a wiggle. The Nismo going around the outside. Beautiful use of the traffic there. Catches up to the Ginetta. Team Purple Deluxe on the back, right out of it there. Oh, the Nismo have to throw the car up the inside, so he won't have got the exit he wanted, but it should be more than enough to keep him ahead into the braking zone at turn number 13. Through Carbone we go. That is very close indeed. Wow, he's really caught back up on the braking. And Nalhala right back in the hunt there as well. Georgiev and Kreuton still 2.8 seconds separate them, so they're lapping pretty much exactly the same. Although Kreuton was 8 tenths slower on that last lap, so Georgiev has been gifted one there. He's lost that. If he'd had, yeah, if he's just gained 8 tenths to keep it at 3 seconds, then yeah, it was obviously trending in the other direction. We're already a few minutes into this stint. Again. Yeah, the Nalhala car looking to come back after a bit of a spin. Nice quick pit stop, and that spin's dropped down the order a bit. And Stefan No could be under pressure here. Another GT4 car comes into the foreground as the Apex Predators go hunting another Apex as Tone Star of Nalhala is hunting them. Wow, that's the way to do it. Weaves through very nicely indeed, really setting up the other car for an overtake, trying to find the chink in the armour on the Apex. And it might not even be a chink in the armour of Stefan. No, he's so close to the cars ahead. This could give Tone Star the chance to pick his opportunity and pick his moment. Lehman just been overtaken there as well. Marquez still in third in the GT4s. Oh no, he's not. Door is down in oh yeah, sorry, of course, yeah, Marquez is leading Door, Carla Racing still down in third place after being overtaken, but he has caught up 2 seconds, so he's looking to advance his podium position. Oh, just like these two are. And yeah, cheeky little GT4 McLaren tucked into the battle there. Bounced off the wall, and he's going to miss his brakes massively there. Does manage to hang on to the track. I was there to step and go. That was very nicely done under the circumstances. That could have went all kinds of wrong for him. And yeah, a bit of a catch-22 for No at the minute. Oh, the Nalhala car reaching for those Apexes. Isn't going to get it done around the outside. Trying to come back so much quicker, you can see through the corners. GT4 suddenly appears in front of them. Both of them move over to the left and make sure they've got as much tarmac as they can underneath the wheels. That is a good Apex by the both of them. Oh, a bit of a wiggle there for No on the exit. Can't afford to do that too many times, although kind of can around here. Given him as quick as the BMW is. No, again through the braking zone. He is not the quickest. Tone Star definitely the top of the pops when it comes to the brakes through the corners, with the BMW just disappearing off once again. Speaking of disappearing off, Georgie is another 3 tenths ahead for Fisher Racing Esports. That's 3.5 seconds almost the gap there. And Paul Bale for GTM. They started in 6th. They've had a bit of an up and down race, but they are definitely up. So too the Honda team ahead of them. Dragon Racing And they're certainly dragging this McLaren along with them today, that's for sure. Fix that a bit. Oh, and he's going for up the inside. The McLaren looking very good on the brakes. A little bit of a door ban on the way through. Oh, and the GT4. Oh, there was a GT4 on the inside. That's a huge impact, and that's 2 of the top 5 in the GT3s out of the race. Let's have a look at this one here. So, car 410. Oh, no. Oh, yes, so there was a bit of door banging there. Oh, wow. Yeah, so here we can see on the Honda, he kind of lost his position there. Oh yeah, that's messy. That is very messy. 2 cars unnecessarily into the wall there. Yeah, the stewards will definitely be having a look at that one, you would think. That has done some serious damage to a couple of the cars. Yeah, so Dragon then down to 10th position after that contact. That now puts Tonestar and Valhalla back up a spot. Stefano up a spot as well. Ramadan's managed to avoid all those shenanigans. He's got himself up to 4th place. As everything was going on and everyone took avoiding action from what was going on there. So yeah, Ramadan for Beagle Racing, very solid use of the incidents there. Papega started in 3rd and are currently in 3rd. Croydon down on his pole position start to Georgiev, and of course in the GT3s much the same. Christian Marquez, his patience over a stint and a half paid off. And when, oh now Thomas Cornish has been overtaken, I was about to say Doer is down in the 3rd, but he's just got the overtake done, so back up a spot. He is up to 2nd position. Yeah, so Ramadan at 4th, Georgiev still leading the way impressively. Oh, Korn taking the position back. Oh, so this battle is still going on, in fact. Korn and Doer. The battle's still raging on. Let's have a look and see. A little bit of an incident here, it would appear. So this is on the exit to turn number 2, going into 3. That's a pit exit there, just behind them. So into Curva del Rio, by the look of it, bit of an issue. A lot quicker for Buchholz there, taps the back. So that's another one for Carlett Racing. Championship leaders in the GT4s, having a rough start to the race so far. Well, actually, to be fair, very good start to the race. It's just gotten a bit rougher as the race has gone on. More links in the chat. Real Zal, no 5 places is crazy. That was a while ago. Zal, love this track. Low key. Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of this track as well. Very, very good. Thank you for the follow as well, Real Zal. Welcome in. Lots of links in the chat for everyone as well to get following along and get yourself involved in the racing as well. All sims and all kinds of fun to be had. Oh, Siegen with a bit of a yellow flag, but he's still running absolutely fine. Tone Star still having quite the battle here. Got No and Snyder. Oh, Team Purple Deluxe look like they're lagging ever so slightly out of the final corner. Is this the moment for Tone Star to take himself 2 spots as the 2 ahead battle? Is he going to think about it in the last corner? He is indeed. Sends it up the inside and gets it done on the exit. That is a beautiful move by Star. Gets that job done and gets himself back up into 7th position. Oh, can he make it 6th, or is it going to be back through the 8th? It's no, going to be able to bounce straight back. I do need to take a very quick pit stop myself. Autopilot doesn't seem to be working. We'll leave this on here, back with you all in a moment. Hello again, we are back. It is round number 5 of the ACC Endurance Series. We're here for Misano. Been quite the race so far. Teams up and down through the order. Georgia started 4th. Oh, sorry, Fisher Racing started in 4th. They find themselves up in 1st place. Croydon started in 1st, out in 2nd position. But absolutely applying the pressure once again. Yes, a while out, been away. That's a massive turnaround. That's 3.2 seconds that Croydon has made up on Georgiev. So really feeling the pressure now. We've seen a long time battle for the lead of the GT4s and the GT3s. Time for them to step up. Full commitment on the curves. That is very close between those two. Don't start from Valhalla, still looking to apply the pressure. In the GT4s, it is Christian Marquez who is still leading the way. Daniel Doer back up to 2nd place after that unfortunate contact. Oh, Bearden coming in the pit. Oh, now is that a bit of damage? No. That does seem a bit low. Yeah, 12 and 22, that's only 34 minutes, that's a short stint. That low slagger in as well, now that does look, oh, now that is some damage. Oh, car 104, lots of incidents recorded. So Apex Predators actually catching up to their teammates here. The BMW runs out wide, McLaren keeps a nice neat middle line. Oh, and then loses the back, runs too wide. Oh, big bounce. Big bounce there, and then yeah, a couple of more yellow flags. So insult added to injury. Oh, the car just looking uncontrollable. Yeah, there we go. Trying to go in a straight line with the steering wheels at 6 o'clock. Yeah, massively off track there. Yeah, so they've had to nurse that all the way back to the pits. And that is them just exiting the pits now. 13th place, we've got Slater Racing looking to take back some spots as well. Or sorry, take some more spots. More Slater on Slater action. Hopefully we don't see more team collisions. Oh, full send on the lead GT4 car. Clammy is catching up as well, hence the haste of these two ahead, trying to maintain that gap there. Marquez making his, sorry, that wasn't Marquez, but that was Marquez. Tobias Korn for Buchholz took a standard pit stop and are in 3rd place. Of course, Cyprus and Canal took a drive-through. Oh, and there's three of the GT3s, the swapping hands. Georgiev has been outgunned here as Anatoly Croydon out in the last corner. He's got his nose in front into turn number 1, the side by side. Yep, Croydon's going to hang on to this one. Croydon gets the job done out in the last corner, halfway through the stint. 36.1 for Georgiev. Wow, it's absolutely hemorrhaging lap time at the minute. And that is a beautiful manoeuvre by Croydon. He wants this one properly unfold. So the Mustang was well in the lead, going through Carbone. Yeah, McLaren closing out on the braking as you would expect. Nice wide line by the BMW. I tell you what, McLaren absolutely nailed that apex there. And then out, oh yeah, run a bit wide. He's had to lift on those sausage curves. Out of the penultimate corner, sorry, and that is job done. That is job done. I mean, the job was done when he closed the 3-second gap down to half a second. And then, yeah, just pounced. And I tell you what, massively different story this time through Carbone. Oh, let's go to the live pits in the studio. And yeah, completely different kettle of fish this time around. That Mustang is getting left standing. So Croydon, driving solo today, took pole position, is retaking the lead just about with the halfway mark of the race, and we're closing in as well on the next stint. 11 minutes left for Georgiev and Croydon as well. So yeah, that'll take us about 24 minutes. UAE sneaking their way through as they catch up to some of the GT3 cars as well. So that makes it extra interesting. That's the two straighter machines that have now got the race leader coming up behind them. Thorsten Dragon is back out behind the wheel, so they've come in 65 seconds they were stationary for. That's a lot of damage that they had to get repaired. And so too Fulgiana, 92 seconds. So that McLaren took the brunt of that as well. And sorry, who else was it that was involved in that? It was Dragon 111. Oh yeah, the 104, yeah. Oh, and there's another drive-through just come in as well. Sorry, I've missed that one. It's Kobayashi for Celestial Sphere. That's a second GT4 car to pick up a drive-through. Matza, of course, is on a stop-go 32nd, still running ahead of both of the drive-through cars. No drive-throughs. Oh, we did see an early drive-through for Strater got a stop-go for speeding in the pit lane. Bernal got a stop-go 30 for speeding in the pit lane as well. They both obviously lost a lot of time. I thought we saw a GT3 with a drive-through. Yes, we did. Paul Bale for GTM. That's dropped him out of this battle. Yeah, it's really shaking things up. It's going to be an interesting end when all of the pace brings them all back together again. Where is Tone Star? He is now 1 second down on Team Purple Deluxe. So closing in as the stint closes to an end. They'd love to get some positions back. Of course, we're a few spots up the field before that off-track excursion saw them drop down the order. They're now closing back up on Team Purple Deluxe. You know when you put just a little bit too much sugar in your tea. What have we got? 29-degree track temperature. So it's still dropping in their favour. Getting back to within the realm where the tyres will be a bit more comfortable, even if it is just for 48 minutes. A lot of time on the curbs around here. Ooh, that is a couple of different lines that they're taking there. McLaren versus BMW through the corners. Nalhala, definitely the quicker of the two cars, got a slightly faster fastest lap. And it's just, ooh, that's not what you need. Yep, so unsettling. Mid-corner, it all just multiplies on that corner exit when you make a mistake there. You can see that gap massively extending in the favour of Team Purple Deluxe. Clammy, who's been involved in some serious racing so far, the TWK car down 4 on where they started, but looking to gain some back, and it's the two straighter cars that are still frustrating them at the moment. Trying to get an overtake, nothing doing at the moment. The two straighter cars, I think that Porsche is doing incredibly well to keep it with Xanatos ahead. And still fending off the McLaren. The Porsche is not exactly the quickest in a straight line. That Mustang ahead, definitely a lot quicker. But Ersing and the team still managing to keep up. They've gained 3 places. So that's 14th for them at the minute. Let's check in on some GT4 action as well, shall we? Marquez back to leading the way with Dwyer back up to 2nd place. Korn in 3rd for Buchholz racing in 4th. It's the Sim Racing Canal team after that quick turnaround in the pits. Nathan Murphy for experimental racing. I don't know what they're experimenting with, but it's certainly working. They did a drive-through as well. They've made it up into the top 5, the gargantuan 10 places on where they started. Ranio back running where they started. Akabua in 5th place. Sorry, 6th position. Sobrera Car for Lynx Racing, they're currently in 7th with MRT in 8th. Andre for North Racing in 9th with ACC Italia down in 10th position, and SR97 down to 11th as well. No drive-through for them, just a big incident. A few cars have been in twice. Oh, Murphy's been in twice. Oh, started from the pits. Oh, well, there you go. 2 cars started from the pits then. Yeah, John and Bale, they're down the order after serving themselves a drive-through. Let's see how Croydon's getting on. Oh, Georgiev with a white flag. Georgiev really struggling for pace now, 8 seconds down as Stefan Moore comes into the pits. So second stop for the Apex Predators BMW car. Was it Croydon's? Let's see what his race timer said. 5 minutes left. Now yeah, the top 5, they actually did manage to get a lap up. A lap more than the rest of the team, so we'll see if they can, how much of an advantage they can take over that, or make of that. Kessel comes in as well, so slightly early for them. None of the GT4 cars making their way in. It'll be interesting to see if any of them go for a double stint. I think Raniel, well, he only had 17 seconds stationary, so he'll be having a long stop. Unless he tries to triple stint the tyres. 29 degrees, going to be a bit brave, but might lose too much at the end though. Murphy and Prince, they'll be in for at least some fuel after doing only a drive-through in their first stop. More cars coming in. The rookie Rockets coming in the Ferrari. Kissel comes in for KMS as well. Croydon still out building that gap now up to 9.5 seconds. He's absolutely dropped the hammer on Georgiev here. No damage on Georgiev's car. Just Croydon with some absolutely incredible pace at the minute. He's putting an absolute hurt on him. Oh yeah, lifetime and link still there. What's going on in the German chat? Hello to everyone that is watching. It's about to be silly season through the pits once again. As there's Ramadan coming in. Efimov's come in as well from 9th place. Strater go past, yeah, so ALR. They're coming in, there's quite a few of the GT4s now coming in as well. Murphy coming in, they had a drive-through, they've already been in twice. Started from the pits and then been in, so they're going to be stationary for quite some time. Let's see when Marquez might come in. This lap is actually lapping a GT4 car as well. No, sorry, just stayed out, just past the pit exit. Door is at turn 14. Does he have enough time for another lap? I love the sound of that Mercedes. Yep, staying out as well. Georgiev is in. Georgiev comes in from 2nd place. Ramadan on his way out, but a lap down. It's Yagan in, Efimov in, got a couple of cars exiting. Croydon stayed out, of course. Team Purple Deluxe come round the penultimate corner, still being chased by Team Nalhala, and they duck into the pits. Nalhala stay out. So Team Purple Deluxe in. Nalhala have stayed out. We'll see what Croydon does on the next lap. Here comes Georgiev now. Oh, he's got a GT3 and a GT4 merged inside of him. That's going to get messy on the eye. Oh, it's 2 GT4s. No, it's not. Sorry, it's 13th. It's Kessel. No, it is another one of the... Yeah, they're all right on top of one another. That's going to cause a collision on the top. There we go. They've separated themselves. Yeah, absolutely still not sure who that was. I think it was Kissel. No, anyway. Tone Star. Back out in 2nd. Oh, it's Frank John, there we go. So John, who is a lap down, so yeah, that extra lap from in the for the top 5 at the start definitely helped. Don't start. Oh, still has to take his pit, my apologies. So does Croix. Croce is the on-track leader by technicality. Of course, he's taken 2 stops, everyone else ahead. 2 ahead of him still need to. We think Croix is going to be impressively in the lead. FNR exiting the pits. Strater's 2 cars coming in at the same time. Zander is in as well. Lucas Lehmann in for the Swiss grid. And the GT4 leader in and on his way out again. Doer is stationary, so is Tobias Korn. Marquez with a quick turnaround in the pits there. Oh, yeah, so I think he did stop for tyres and fuel. 70 seconds, let's have a look. Yeah, so full service there for him. Korn. Still a few of these cars to come in the pits. Murphy did come in for a full service pit stop that time after the drive-through. Oh, Croyan is in the pits and miles down the field. There's been an incident. So let's have a look here. Has he crashed on the way in the pits? Where are we now? Okay, so just a bit of a touch on the wall. Doesn't explain why he's so far behind though. So Croce is in the lead. Croce is up into the lead. That's a huge gap that suddenly opened up. What have I missed? .44.2 on the way in. Croyan is massively down the field. Is that a penalty? Yeah, if anyone has any ideas what I've missed. Oh, I've not missed anything. My apologies, okay. Sorry, yeah, the timing had him down at 10th. He's back out in the lead. 14 seconds, in fact, he's doubled the lead. Wow. So he's doubled his lead. He is still in the lead. My apologies, the timing threw me a bit under the bus there. I said he was down in 10th place. I was very confused. McCroyton is not only back out in the lead, he has managed to double that lead as well. Frank John trying to have a go at the wheelie. If he can. They've got Fisher Racing in 2nd place trying to blue flag through. Oh, big bit of contact there. And Croce doing well to hang on to the edge of the track, almost sent into the shadow realm there. He's still trying to find his way past John and Mayer. Still battling out, Dragon making his way past both of them as they're dueling it out. John, yep, is now behind, and you can see he is the chasing McLaren behind the Honda. Thorsten Dragon looking to make up some spots after picking up all that damage after that incident. Herman is back out for Team Purple Deluxe. Frank John, 16th place. Oh, big send up the inside. Big send up the inside there. Don't think it was much of a battle. Not much going on from Team McLaren there. That is a very slow moving GT4 car. It's not computing. He is still running. Christian Marquez back out in the lead with Laugenberg back out for Khaled in 2nd. MRT, they had a 48-second pit stop. Nobody going for a drive-through on that one. So all the GT4s going for a standard pit stop by the look of it. So they're all staying in the positions that they came into the pits in. And in fact, I need to change that. Herman on Vier now. The Fisher, Team Purple Deluxe looking to get themselves back up to 5th position. Got Vier from Valhalla ahead of them. Valhalla cars had quite an interesting race so far. Oh, there's Swatco for Strater back into the pits. He's already had a stop, go 32nd for speeding in the pit lane. Oh, I'm hoping that's not another one. Oh, no, because being in 3 times, they would have done their 2nd stop. Oh, yeah, that's going to be a penalty. Monjuzi still looking closer. A good opening start to the race, putting some pressure on. Old Dragon, firstly Dragon, we'll have to keep an eye on this. Oh, just coming up on the GT4 traffic once again. The Honda driver nimbly making his way through as the straighter Porsche. He's got ahead of him. We would think this will be a case of when rather than if, given the straight line advantage the Honda's got. Out of Curva del Rio. Yeah, nice and safely done by both of them. No point in taking any chances. There we go, let's pop that back up. Apologies. Yeah, no point in taking unnecessary risk. Got this car absolutely breathing down their neck at the minute. Another GT4 car, very nicely navigated. Team Purple Deluxe still putting the pressure on to the Valhalla car. There we can see the Ferrari just holding on to 5th place at the minute. That gap up in the front has got Croydon over Prost. It's now up to about 15 seconds. So yeah, as the track cools, that McLaren is getting quicker and quicker. Lucasvili is looking for a move as well. Not quite close enough on the exit for the last corner. He's definitely getting closer. So is Dragon, so is Frank John. He's watching the move. Oh, and he's gone off. Oh, and he's nearly gone in the back and he's bounced back on while the straighter car almost collecting 2 of them there. So let's have a look at this then. We come into the penultimate corner. There's the pit entrance. Sorry, the final corner. Yep, the Honda very quick at the last corner. Goes through with the inside. Oh, the Porsche gently moves over and tries to squeeze up, bounces off the wall, and almost collects the both of them there on the exit. Oh, that is a painful one for Mayer in the Porsche. That's going to be a lot of damage. And yeah, losing a huge amount of positions now behind Flake and Clammy, who are swap positioning themselves. Flake having a good race so far, and he's finally got himself past. Yes, I believe he has the TWK car, so it's Tim Flake making moves as well. They started right down at the back of the GT3 grid, so good advances they've made. Can they catch up to Dragon ahead? That battle is certainly going to be an inviting one to get involved in. Frank John leading at the moment, with Strater now making a good breakaway after separating from their team car. In the opening couple of stints, the Porsche was more than keeping up, but a couple of unfortunate incidents, and that is Mayer having a Mayer. Much further down now, Flake ahead as I mentioned, Dragon and Frank John, the 2 battling cars that I think will come pretty close pretty soon. No one coming close to Croydon at the moment, but Herman is still looking close to Felix Vier ahead for Valhalla. Nope. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, did you see that exit? The motion of the front wheel there, left, right, left, right, left, right. Just yeah. Trying to carry pace through and not have a car ahead of you, so you can concentrate on your own braking. You really can't get close through there, and contact would be an absolute nightmare for both cars. Needs to be avoided at all costs, just inside those yellow sausage curves on the exit. Very nice positioning of the car indeed. Round we go, 2 wheels on. Yeah, no fear on those sausage curves there, that's for sure. Full acceleration into Curva del Rio. Hour and 15 minutes left to go. We've already seen 2 stints. I've seen a few drive-throughs. They've dried up a bit though. They're saving them all for the end. I wonder how many cars are currently running with 2 or 3 penalties gone away from that slap on the wrists. Herman Efimov picking up a yellow flag. Looks like he's had a bit of an incident. This is off the back straight into the final couple of corners. Yeah, it looks okay there. Oh, almost 2 for 1 there. Almost 2 for 1. Knocks out. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome in on Twitch. Of course, we're on Twitch and YouTube. Give us a shout in either chat if you want one of the drivers on board or whatever. My apologies. If you want a driver on board or you want to see a team specifically, do feel free to shout up. We've got Christian Herman still all over the back of the Valhalla McLaren. Really is absolutely going for it, but now able to find a way past Valhalla for a good display so far and made up a few spots that we can make up more rather than giving away any. Purple looking to get back up to 5th position where they started. Might need to get it done in the pit stops. We've already seen an overtake done on the pit entrance, which was an interesting one. We do seem to be missing the paint still. Oh, and he's missed his brakes there almost. I'm not sure if McLaren maybe braked a bit early there, but certainly got very close indeed. Not what we expect between the BMW and the McLaren. Both of them running wide of that first apex, trying to hook it round, make it one corner. Good exit, the GT4's ahead of them. They are going to be bang on the apexes for both cars here, I think. Yep, one apex for the first car. And then the second apex, more importantly for the BMW that's chasing. That's an awkward one for all involved. And that is the race leader in the GT4s that have just gone past. They're catching up to one of the Apex Predator cars, served a penalty and had a big contact as well. So well down the order for them. Oh no, didn't have a penalty, sorry. Fuldiana was just involved in that big incident, having come in for 60 seconds worth of repairs, which is an absolute killer around this track, around any track really, clearly. 60 seconds though, a lot of damage, and now we've got these two catching up. Does have a similar pace to these two as well, which does make it that bit more interesting when you're dealing with blue flags. Croyton has still got a 16-second gap, so Prost steadying the ship ever so slightly. Although Croyton now regularly in the 33s, just on a 33.8, 33.4, that was a 34.4. But yeah, not too shabby lap times at all. So Jägen still hanging on to 3rd place where they started, and Beagle up 6 spots in the Nissan. Incredible drive for them. Couldn't get it done in quality, certainly getting it done in the race though. Must be on the absolute edge if they're getting that thing up so far. It's amazing what this thing can do in the race conditions. So yeah, 4th place for Beagle Racing. Then in 5th it is still Valhalla, still being chased by Team Purple Deluxe with Apex Predators. 7th place currently for their BMW. The F1 for ALR in 8th, 9th. It's FNR, and rounding out the top 10. Apologies for the audio glitch, catches me out every time. It's a glitch in the game, sounds like a shotgun's gone off and it kills the sound and it makes you jump out your skin, so apologies for that. One of the stranger bugs in any computer game or any sim in the history of anything, so yeah. Let's see, there is some overtaking as Koch is overtaken by Frank John. The straighter Mustang being overtaken, and Thorsten Dragon isn't too far behind either. I'm sure I've seen Montuzi looking close as well. Just going past the Celestial car. Ooh, and that is the Fanatic car. Looking nice and lively there. Keeping the driver on his toes. Efimov, the McLaren ahead with Florian Boust for Apex Predators. The next car that they're chasing a bit up the track. Herman is still there. It's still Marquez is leading the way in the GT4s. 44 seconds is the gap to Laugenberg, so that is a big turnaround after that incident. Laugenberg not having to get a lot of damage repaired, but still really losing time after that incident with the pack of lead GT3 cars. Rautenbach in the pits for the GT4s, but Monduzzi is again looking close to Efimov ahead. Kissel with the white flag, that could be a slap on the wrists. Still the same with the top two. Monduzzi very, very close in that Ferrari through the twisty stuff. Again, as you would expect, over the McLaren. The McLaren's definitely got the top end advantage out of these two. And yeah, Florian Boust isn't that far ahead actually. He's going to have to watch himself. That is, oh no, sorry, that's not Boust. Oh, and it's a terrible exit. Terrible exit by the McLaren. The Ferrari lifted. Did make a bit of contact there, and I think, yeah, the McLaren has given up the position. Efimov ever so slightly sluggish out of that last corner, and that's caught them both out. Yeah, don't often use chase cam, but it will highlight this absolutely perfectly. Comes into the last corner and just runs that little bit wide, and yeah, lifts so as not to lose control of the car. And yeah, I know when you hit a car in the rear, it's generally the rear impactor that's at fault, but yeah, the Ferrari, not really much they could do there to avoid that contact. And Efimov very sportingly giving up the position, so Monduzzi back to where he started, but carrying a touch of front end damage, hopefully not too detrimental. Frank John still on a charge in the midfield, down 6 places on where they started in the GTM car. They've served 2 drive-throughs for track limits so far. And I believe actually that is half of, oh no, sorry, that's, yeah, 2/3. So 2/3 of the drive-throughs that have been served by GT3 cars have been served by the one that we are on board with, and we're about to be served an overtake potentially so much quicker through Carbone there, but couldn't find the space past the Ferrari holding its driving line, holding the racing line, and Johnson back right out of it. Definitely a signal of intent on the back stretch though. Toto Gashvili, apologies for butchering that one again, Toto Gashvili, there's a tongue twister of the highest variety. Oh, and yeah, John's just running a bit deep, trying to carry too much pace, almost overdriving the car to try and get past the rookie Rocket's car, but not able to do so. Again, so much quicker though. Definitely getting the, when the corner exits are nailed, definitely in favour of John at the minute. Let's go past the GT4 into Curva del Rio. Yeah, Toto Gashvili not really able to use the traffic to his advantage at the minute, I think. Yeah, got a couple of GT4s ahead. This is going to be an interesting point for them all to pass, as John looking for the extreme inside line, because there is a GT4 car right there, Celestial Sphere, and another car. And look at the run that John's got there out of turn number 8. Out with Quervika, they go on to Carbone. Surely McLaren's going to get this one done here. Opens up the corner looking for a tighter line with John. Can't find his way past Toto Gashvili, keeping the car exactly where he needs to. Has that compromised his corner exit though? It's all the slipstream going the way of the GTM machine, and it is absolutely tearing up looking for that inside line. So much more pace, trying to force his way up the inside, forcing the defensive move to the inside line from the Ferrari, and he's not going to be able to take advantage of that. Oh, through 8, 9 and 10, looked like he might have got it done for down at 11 and 12, but no, not to be. The rookie Rockets again. They certainly lived up to the Rocket part of the name, and I don't think rookie is what you could call this level of defending. Absolutely perfect position of the car. because Frank is quicker at the minute. Is the quicker of the two cars, but it doesn't matter if you're the quicker, you've got to get the overtake done. Oh, yes, in fact 9/10 a lap quicker. So there is a fair bit of pace difference there, but John just cannot find the spot to get that advantage. It's a blue flag car, the Strafer Motorsport, Matthias Koch and Thorsten Dragon in a similar situation. There is Dragon exiting Curva Del Rio, and there is the battle that we were just watching exiting Del Rio. So this one is closing in as well. John is still trying to find his way past into turn 8. We go once again, really tearing through the laps now. Marquez and Laugenberg in the GT4s are still 44 seconds apart. In fact, 45 is just tipped up to there. So yeah, Marquez, they're lapping at pretty much exactly the same time on average. There's differences here and there with the different traffic, but yeah, the gap remaining the same since they came out of the pits. We'll see if either of them go for anything fancy for their final pit stop. A final planned pit stop at least, will not jinx them too much. Oh, I think we've had another drive-through. Oh no, MRT, they've already had one. Kobayashi, Celestial Sphere, they've had one as well. Schmitty out for keys, but they've had a drive-through to Caputi with a stop-go 30-second penalty. So yeah, they could certainly be much further up the field if it wasn't for that. David Berthel picking up a drive-through and then a stop-go 30-second for speeding in the pit lane. They call that insult to injury. Rubbing salt in the wound for sure. Frank John, of course, 2 drive-throughs, still running in 12th place. So yeah, certainly what could have been for the GTM team without those penalties, they would be massively up the field now, you would think. Now we've got an hour and 3 minutes left to go. I want to check and see what Croydon's 58 minutes left. Right, okay, yes, it's over 27 minutes left, so that'll take us to about just short of the half-hour mark. When we see them all coming into the pits. Christian Marquez for Desmo. They've had an absolutely solid race so far. Excellent interaction with the traffic. They really did put a hurting on Khalek out of the blocks. After Khalek took the lead, held their patience for quite some time, and then yeah, Khalek on the unfortunate recipients of a tap on the rear that sent him off to the side. It's cost him a fair bit of time. Somebody could just swap positions there. Oh, and Flake's been overtaken. Oh no, he almost got the move on the straight, but couldn't make it stick. There it is in the GT4 race leader again. Beautiful interaction with traffic. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, yes, the swap position. Lucas Vili is still ahead of Frank John, ahead of Thorsten Dragon. The Slater car coming right into the hunt, so too is Tim Flake. So these two have swapped positions a couple of times, but they're still closing up on the drivers ahead. That is Renault for Akibur Racing in the Aston Martin. It's now going out off turn 8, and look how much more pace through the corners Tim Flake has got over the Mustang. But again, all going to be for naught on the back straight. As the Ferrari is chasing a Honda and the Mustang. But yeah, fair top end deficit to overcome. Oh, coming up onto a solid gaggle of cars is ahead as well, actually. They've got quite close. Somebody runs wide, there's a lot of gravel being kicked up there. They're going to get a bit closer than they had planned. Dragon catching up with GT4 cars. John as well. Frank John managing to get a good breakaway through the GT4s, but it's Tim Flake going to take full advantage Into turn number 1 we go once again. Oh, the Ginetta now finds itself with the GT3 Honda all over the back of him. It's concertina them absolutely perfectly for Tim Flake at the moment. The SL Racing Team car finds himself 3 wide. Nope, he takes the inside line. That's a Mercedes, not a Ginetta. Whatever it is the GT4 that has just been overtaken by the Oh, there's a big wiggle by the Honda. He's moved over. The Mustang's made contact inadvertently. There's nothing he can do as the Honda lost the back end. The straighter car has made contact. Tim Flake is going to pounce. Question, is he going to have his nose in front of the apex? He is indeed. And that is a fortuitous move there. Once again, bit of a wiggle by one of the cars. And we see someone else take advantage. Let's have a look at this. On the exit to Curva del Rio. So into Del Rio we go. And in fact, we're going to use far chase cam just so we can see how much the car's offline and wiggle. So he's. So there was a touch there to go onto the inside curve. So yeah, the touch was literally just after the slightest wiggle on the way in. Fuldania still got the fastest lap of the race for the Apex Predators, looking to make back positions after that big impact early doors. As they're battling with their sister car going on. This is job done surely. Yeah, it's Tibor Keys out for HHR, and that is exactly why this McLaren is the fastest car out on track so far in the race with 1:34.4. A minute's damage, still running 18, bit of time to make back some more spots and get some all-important points on the board. Oh, Tim Flake all over the back of Dragon. Dragon looking exceptionally unsettled after that last contact. He's really trying to give the spot back. Sorry, not give the spot back, yeah, the straighter car contacted him in the rear when he lost the back end, so again, much like we saw earlier. Not really involved in Mustang. Mustang did lose out big time though. As we can see, Tim Flake looking to make more spots. Can you get him to, is he heading towards the top 10 with an hour to go? Some brave moves in the pits, you never know. Let's just follow over. Oh, now the Honda again, he's not getting those corner exits. Look at the way he just disappears off. That is absolutely incredible. I mean, I know the Ferrari was on a tighter inside line there, so a lot more centrifugal force nerfing the acceleration. But that Honda is just incredible in a straight line. The Dragon taking full advantage of the advantage that he's got there. Let's come up to the GT4 Merton. Nicely runs the sail on past. Into the final corner we go, and again the Ferrari looks quick, but then the Honda says, oh, and he's run wide. He is run wide there then. Dragon definitely chinks in the armour now. As Tim Flake really closing up. John on Totogashvili as well. Well, John's just picking up a yellow flag. Oh, he is still running okay. I think with maybe a slight bit of contact. Oh wow, big wiggling. So yeah, the Ferrari lost it on the curb, and that is the GT4 Ginetta that they're coming up to now. Lost it on the curb, oh, and he's just shoulder tapped the GT4 there, and then bump drafted. Frank John did bump drafted Totogashvili. So it's all going on in the middle of the pack. Felix Vier has been overtaken by Monduzzi, so Nalhala down a spot back to 8, so still up 4 on where they started, but they were up 8 at one point. I see if Veer can come fighting back as they close up to Tobias Laugenberg for Kala in the GT4s. Still running in second place in the 4, still 44 seconds behind. So yeah, the top two in the GT4s running at absolutely the same pace, lap on lap. A lot more chats going on. Knocks out, we did say thank you very much for the follow. A few people chatting away in the German channel as well, so they'll be able to hear Chris over there. We're going to jump on with Flake. And yeah, very quick pit stop, back in a moment. Here we go then, we've got 53 minutes left to go around number 5. As we've seen some of the GT3s come in for their final planned pit stop. 18 minutes left, the race leader still has, till they come in, so yeah, quite an early pit stop from Bowser. Oh, is that some damage? A few bumps and scrapes here, nothing major by the look of it. Oh, that's a drive-through. That is another drive-through for a GT4 car, and that is positions lost. Monduzzi looking for a move up the inside. Nope, ends up drifting over. He's going to get a nice tight apex there, and not going to be enough to get past the Nalhala car this time around, but he's certainly threatening to do so sooner rather than later. Faldini making his way through some GT4 cars. Still the quickest car out on track. No one else able to be quicker despite the track temperature dropping the way it has. I do think we'll see that fastest lap beaten before the end of the race. I wonder if we're going to see any more GT4s go for a drive-through to try and steal some positions at the end. It's worked all season. Definitely a very good strategy. This is a battle that I've been looking forward to. Dragon versus Flake. These two have been... Dragon was much further up the order after that contact. 30 seconds worth of damage. That is a costly one in the pit, sees them down in 12th place. Tim Flake on a charge through the field, looking very quick and consistent despite a slightly longer pit stop himself. There we go. Yeah, he is looking very quick. The track temperature is certainly going to help. Yeah, certainly going to help bringing the neck out. Oh, and Dragon's come in. Oh, with 51 minutes left to go. Oh, now they're going to have to come in for another pit stop before the end. It's only a 48-minute stint timer. Oh, I wonder if it's because of when they came in for the damage. Yep, an hour and 21. Ah, right, okay. Oh, that is unfortunate. That's a double knock-on effect from that incident. That's absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Yeah, that never occurred to me. They, yeah, because of when they came in the pits to repair the damage, the stint timer's just run out. They're going to have another move. They're going to have another pit stop as Frank John makes a move. Not another move. He makes a move up the inside on the way to turn number 8. That one has been coming for quite some time, John, getting it done. Coach still hanging in there, but I do think he's going to show a clean pair of heels now. We'll see what the McLaren can do. Coach just needs to keep it nice and neat through here, stay committed, be committed on that accelerator on the exit. He can get himself some slipstream. They do have second in the GT4s ahead of him. It's still door for Laugenberg, for Carlton Racing. And yeah, this is an interesting place for them all to catch up with one another. The Mustang manages to hold its line. The McLaren goes round the outside. He's going to hang on to it. Very nicely done by all three. Yeah, you can see me putting my processes upon the McLaren there. Very, very quick to judge others by your own standards. No way I'd be making that round the outside there. But yeah, a stark reminder why I'm on a microphone. These drivers are all on steering wheels. Flake is still looking quick. It's now behind Toto, guys. Or still behind Toto Gazvili, trying to get this overtake done if he can. Ferrari on Ferrari action, lights flashing every place as they make their way past another GT4 car through Curva del Rio. Still Ferrari on Ferrari action there. We are approaching them. We might see a couple of cars come in. Of course, the 40-minute stint timer just needs to be cleared, so we might see a couple of GT4 cars come in, take on a bit of fuel, and then just run to the end. MRT, they have done 3 pit stops, but yeah, they had a drive-through. Yeah, quite a few drive-throughs in the GT3s. GT4, sorry, as Apex Predators go past them. Grosh is now 20 seconds down, so Anatoly Kroitin is bossing this up at the front. Has found more time. Oh no, sorry, now that's just dropped to 20 seconds. Actually, 20 seconds does seem more likely. Sorry, yes, so the gap is halved. The gap is actually halved. I'm talking nonsense, it hasn't increased, it's massively decreased from 44 down to 20. There's a couple of times that's threw me under the bus, but there we go. They've got an Apex Predator, the blue flagging past, and McLaren GT4, which they do so very nicely indeed. And the GT4s, it is still Desmo leading the way. That gap is 48 seconds. So that one has increased to Khaled in second. It's still Buckholz in third place, and Simracing Canal, after a drive-through on their first pit stop, find themselves in fourth position. Experimental Racing in fifth, Akabua in sixth, with Lynx Racing in seventh, ACC Italia in eighth, with SR97 in ninth place. 10th is North Racing, MRT in 11th, Celestial, Kisbet and Geriatric Racers all in. Oh no, sorry, Geriatric picked up damage. They've not had the penalty, but the 3 cars ahead of them have all served penalties. We'll keep watching the battle with Tim Flagg and Turgis Vili. They are the closest two out on track at the minute. Some more gratuitous front right wheel camera. Blow my nose, and Turgis Vili comes into the pits, so 45 minutes left. That'll be them out to run to the end as Caputi. Oh, they've already served a stop-go 30-second penalty, and they have just served a drive. Oh, no, sorry. Have they just served the drive-through, or is that their last pit stop? Is that the plan for their last pit stop, just to do a drive-through? We'll see. It is a drive-through. It is a drive-through penalty. Oh, that's cost them huge. That's cost them huge. Dragon, Daniel Meerman is back in behind the wheel after their final, or penultimate pit stop. They're going to have to do one more before the end of the race, just a drive-through, because it's 49 minutes, 50 minutes. So it'll just be a minute maybe. One drive-through. They'll have plenty more tyres to do that whole thing. We've got Monduzzi still putting the pressure on Vier as they come past more of the GT4 traffic. There's Dragon, not far behind. I'll tell you what, he is not far behind at all as Monduzzi. He's really putting Al under pressure, looking for the outside line at the turn number 8. Opens up the corner rather than taking an outside line. Not going to have the momentum against the McLaren through there. Maybe a Honda. Yeah, maybe a bit of a tall order. Against a McLaren, so Monduzzi still looking for a way past before he comes into the pits. Akabua is in and out, so is HHR. So a few of them coming in early. This is going to shuffle things up nicely. Amirul Naeem. Oh, apologies, we've not even seen the Beagle car for this entire stint. They're up 6 spots, they're still running in 4th place. So they have been very good, down in the 34s as well in this stint. They've just set their fastest lap of the race. The track temperature certainly helping quite a few of the cars, and those lap times are tumbling. We've got Sarita in the chat. Sarita, thank you very much for the follow here on the LFM Twitch channel. Thanks to everyone. Name Crash says, Steve, Sigma Boys, HDP. What is HDP? If I may ask. I'm not sure. I'm maybe a bit long in the tooth. I'm not sure what these abbreviations are. But Sigma Boys and Steve, welcome in on the YouTube channel as well. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes and thumbs up and all those other phenomenal things. Make sure you hit all the relevant bells and whistles and buttons to keep yourself up to date when the races are being broadcast. Pro Series back on Thursday night. It's going to be another cracker, much like this one, which is going to be right down to the wire for quite a few of the spots. Kroos has made that back for 20 seconds. With pit stops to take, there is TWK in, that'll be their final planned pit stop. KMS Racing in the pits as well. Marquez has still got a bit of time before he needs to take his pit, I believe. He's got 5 minutes left. So the GT4 race leader, so 36 minutes will be left on the clock when he comes into the pits. We'll see if he tries anything fancy. Oh, now Nitin Murphy has. Murphy's been in the pits and only taken a drive-through. So yeah, with 43 minutes left of the race, came out of the pits a couple of minutes ago, so yeah, just out of the pits. So their final pit stop, after starting in the pits, so their final pit stop, cheeky little drive-through, and they're back out and running. Is that going to be enough to gain them a spot? They're only 44 seconds behind Sim Racing Canal. So that is 4th position. They're hunting down. Noble still in 3rd for Buchholz. Schmitty comes in. Oh, Frank John looking for a position back if he can. Tim Flake and so that's the straighter Porsche that's ahead of him, so that is a blue flag. As Bousford Apex Predators come into the pits, they've served a drive-through themselves. Jagan is in, big drop down the order for them. Been a tough race so far, coming back out of the pits, just behind that GT4 car. Croydon crosses the line still with a 21-second gap. Bernal is into the pits, one drive-through and one stop, both 30 so far. For the eSports way shafts. So yeah, a lot of time in the pits for them. That's their 4th trip in. They'll be hoping it's their last. Oh no, it's not going to be their last because that's the drive-through they're serving right now. Yeah, so that's the 2nd drive-through that they've managed to pick up. Yeah, car 122. Yeah, confirmed 2nd drive-through, so they've still got a pit stop to take. Absolutely brutal. It's a learning experience, to be fair. Efimov's into the pits. Naeem is in the pits as well. For their final stop. Croydon is still out, so too is Coastal, 22 seconds between them and Marquez has still got about 3 minutes before his stint timer expires. So another lap there. Frank John's come into the pits. I did say silly season. There is Frank John in. Prince is in for Sim Racing Canal as well. Marquez we checked on, he's stayed out. John is on his way out. Efimov is back out ahead. No penalties there. Naeem has temporarily been overtaken by Ziegan. Ziegan in turn 2 is only just, so that'll be a position swapped back again. Oh, Nalhal have just served the drive-through as well. Oh yeah, Valhalla have just served the drive-through as well. The drive-throughs are absolutely racking up now. Jäger up in 4th place. Tim Flay goes past Monduzzi, who is stationary in the pits. Marquez comes in. Marquez comes in from the lead of the GT4s, only through turn 9. For Laugenberg, 48 seconds down. At one point, I think it was pretty close to that. Marquez might pretty much get a free pit stop here. Caputi is in as well. One drive-through, one stop go, 32nd already. This will be their last planned pit stop. As Noble is into turn 9, covered Del Caro for Khaled, and Marquez still stationary. Let's see if Laugenberg comes in. Yeah, so Marquez will come back out in the lead as Team Purple Deluxe come into the pits. Strater are in the pits as well. Vier is into the pits for their last planned pit stop. Oh yeah, Georgiev 87 seconds down, so yeah, come in, and they've already had their last pit stop. Croyton will be in for his at the end of this lap. 1 minute 51 left to go. There's Naeem retaking 4th place. Herman still stationary. Flay comes in. Monduzzi still halfway through the lap. Vasquez back out. Laugenberg still stationary. Noble stationary as well. Murphy, can he gain? Yes, so he's going to gain a spot after that drive-through. Bath might have another stop. Oh, drive-through as well for them. Oh, Xanatos has spun, and Clammy, they've made contact. So there's Clammy coming up for TWK. Got Strater ahead. Oh, bit of a sluggish exit there from the Strater car on. Wow, yeah, just no real spatial awareness there. Just pulled across the front of the McLaren. Wasn't as far in front as they clearly thought they were, and that's put them both into the wall at the start of the final stint. That is not what you need. As Tim Flagg exits the pits, going to be... Where's he going to be? Out in 12th. As the race leader comes in, the GT3 race leader comes into the pits. The GT4s have lost, Doyer's lost more time now, 52 seconds down on Marquez. Murphy is up onto the podium. So Murphy with another drive-through, experimental racing. They've had two double stints, and it's got them up onto the podium. Phenomenal drive by them. We'll see if the tyres will help. 6 seconds down for Buchholz Racing. It's a wee gap to make up there. Apex Predator, still the fastest car, 1 minute 34.2. They managed to hit them now on the back of Johannes Mayer for Strater Racing. That course, yeah, 18th place they're battling for at the minute. Certainly Volkswagen the team would have been expected to be battling for much more points than the current haul. Fire 27 XYT, I think feeling like maybe missing something there, apologies, but yeah, thank you very much for the follow, welcome in, welcome in. We're here for the last 33 minutes of round 5 of the ACC Endurance Series lifetime memberships, lifetime subscriptions to the ACC Drive platform. Await the top teams in both of the splits, the GT3s and GT4s. At the minute, Khaled and Sim RC Endurance. That might change. Oh no, sorry, Sim RC Endurance not racing today, but they will still be top of the table in the GT3s. And Pallet Racing will maintain their top spot in the GT4s if it stays like this. Even if they finish second, they still would be leading the way come the end of today's race. We've got a quick look hopefully at the standings before we go offline. This is getting close between the McLarens again. Vale. We've now picked up 4 drive-through penalties, the GTM car, down in 15th position. 4 drive-throughs, that is an absolute catastrophe of a race by anyone's standards, over 3 hours. So yeah, the team will have a bit of soul searching to do on that one. The TWK car, as you can see, carrying a bit of damage still, so it should be fairly easy pickings. As the GT4 race leader just gets himself out of the way, but you would think the TWK car is going to succumb sooner rather than later. And Roslager, fastest car out of the track, not too far down the road on the battle we were just watching. Loaning at the jump on the straighter course, which I think will be sooner rather than later, given the top end disadvantage the course has. Just casually sails it around the inside on the way through Carboni, ending turn 12 on the brakes. The course is going to have the advantage here with the McLaren's on the outside line. The course comes absolutely fighting back around the apex and shoots out the corner, gets the exit that he needs. The McLaren's still looking at that inside line, not close enough to take advantage, so is he going to be close enough at the last corner? No, it would be a full suicidal send at that point. Decides better of it and will look to rebuild. So yeah, Mayor for straighter. I bet they didn't bargain on having the fastest driver on track behind them, battling for 17th place with 30 minutes to go. Well, that's exactly where we are. Again, of course, that's so nimble, using it to his advantage. Both drivers taking absolutely idyllic lines, accounting for the traffic there. Both of them getting a quick run through. Oh, the McLaren's run a bit deep. Roslager a bit keen through the apex then, and that's given the Porsche a bit of breathing space, but for how long is the question you've got to ask yourself. Christian Marquez has been a near flawless drive from the GT4 driver. Lost the lead. Oh yeah, sorry, had the lead for quite... lost the lead, sorry, yeah, there's a couple of cars dropped out, that's why he's up to. Lost the lead after taking pole position. And then, yeah, the luck of the draw, the Carlton Racing car got caught out in a collision, and that gave Marquez the lead back, and has not looked back since. 57 seconds now the gap between the top 2 GT4s. No such gap between Roslager and Mayer and Bale and Clammy at the minute, only 4 tenths separating these two pairs. Clammy is having a phenomenal drive with that damage, fending off the much quicker Bale at the moment. Roslager still looking quick. Oh, that is the straighter car coming into the pits. Oh, is that a late drive-through? I think it is. Yeah. Oh no, they're pulling into the pit box. So yeah, a pit stop for them, and as well, just remember that Dragon, they might need to, well, they will need another drive-through. Just to clear their pit timer, because they came in with 50 minutes left to go. Bale is the driver that I'm looking for. There he is, still holding back off Clammy, so they passed more of the traffic. That's 4th place. Tobias Korn in the GT4s was on the podium, but again, that honestly, a lot of the GT4 teams, a lot more are going to need to adopt this drive-through strategy to clear the stint time. But double stint on the tyres and fuel is way to go, as Vile for GTM finds his way up the middle of the side-by-side. Surely the damaged McLaren on the outside got more grip, but got a lot less aerodynamics. Is he able to make his way past here? Bale not able to make the boom stick there. Phenomenal defending from Clammy, absolutely giving it everything he's got to try and stay ahead here. Absolutely solid battle for 14th position. Oh, GD4 car falls by the wayside. Bale once again mounts a solid attack trying to get this 14th position wrestle from the TWK McLaren. Not able to do so far. We've got a nice full cloud cover now, 25 degrees. The track temperature down 9 degrees on where it started. That's quite the change. Oh, he's nearly changed direction completely, gone into the wall there. Does manage to save it, keeps it for the fin 410 from Santos actually. For STR. Oh, he's almost, yep, he has made contact. Wow, massive contact there. Well, sorry, minor contact, massive consequences. That was a solid bump on the rear. Oh, and it's not actually popped up as an incident. Oh wow, the Swiss guard Porsche. All over the place there. Apex Predators almost coming across. But we've also had car 122 just served another penalty. So that's Bernal now in the team, the Esports Whitesharps. That's 3 drive-throughs and a stop for 32nd. Bale with 4 drive-throughs. So yeah, between the two of them, 70% of the penalties. Tone Stanford and Alhala, despite the drive-through, back up to 7th ahead of Stefan No. Well, they've got Georgiev in 2nd place all over the back of them. They'll be keen to get past. Yeah, 20 seconds of a gap though, so not managing to make massive inroads. Or if any inroads at all, actually. Oh, he's in the pits, Georgiev. No, no, Georgiev, drive-through. I think it's a drive-through. It's Dragon that definitely need to take another pit stop. So Georgiev into the pits and no, the timer stopped at 73. I think that is a drive-through. Yegin up to 2nd place. So after all that, Georgiev on the way out, it is a drive-through. Georgiev picking up a drive-through for track limits. Yegin for Pepega Motorsport right at the death. Find themselves up into 2nd place. And Croyton's now got a 36-second gap back to 2nd. That is incredible, Georgiev. And he's only 4 seconds ahead of Name. Oof, this could get mega spicy for them in the closing stages. Georgiev. Oh yeah, he's only a corner ahead. Gap 4 seconds. And yeah, the track the track temperature down to 25 degrees. So it'll not be the quickest at getting them back up to pressure. Can Naeem take advantage of this change in momentum? Xanatos coming up on the back of Clammy. Meerman in 13th again. They need to come into the pit still. Still 56 seconds between 1st and 2nd. Murphy now only 1.2 seconds ahead of Tobias Korn in the Buchholz racing team. The Buchholz have taken pretty much full service pit stops right the way through. The car ahead has taken 2 drive-throughs, so 2 double stints over the race. It's got them up onto the podium, but can they hang on to it? The lap times would suggest that it's in the favour of Buchholz at the minute. We've definitely been the quicker car on average over the race, and certainly over 1 lap been the quicker of the two. Can they find their way past Murphy? Is going to be on those older tyres. Solid, yeah, over an hour and a half by the time we get into the last 5 minutes in the race, so we'll see how much they can fend off. Yeah, they're just looking, Korn just looks a whole lot more planning. We've got Mayer into the pits. And on his way out, that could well be another drive-through. Car 101. Oh yeah, Georgiev, that was him clearing the drive-through. Naeem still 4.4 seconds down. So these two lapping exactly the same. Georgiev will clean slate also can take another couple of off-track excursions. Speed tokens, we don't condone that, but the drivers do it. That's what they call them. Speed tokens. Marquez 58 seconds, so yeah, not letting up on the pace in the slightest, still half a second a lap quicker than Khaled in second. Khaled will still come out on top of the leaderboard at the end of the race. Murphy, oh, there's a lot of door banging on the straightaway. That is naughty by both of the drivers. We'll see if the stewards look into that as he goes round the outside. Yeah, no grip for... Oh yeah, Tobias Korn, sorry. Yeah, I was going to say no grip for Murphy, but there was plenty of grip for Murphy. He's held on to the position. The two of them are still battling away. He's gone full send on the racing line. He's managed to hold on to it. Korn biding his time now. Maybe slightly more cautious after the door banging. Yeah, must have back out with that one a bit early. The GT4s really don't have the grip, but there's big sister car GT3's doing it. Doesn't matter because he's managed to time that perfectly, or has he? Because here comes Nalhala Racing getting involved. Yep, they're both on the back out with that one massively, but it's gone the way of Tobias Korn. He does manage to sail it through there. Murphy pulls into the pits. Oh, Murphy picks up a drive-through for track limits in the dying stages to add insult to injury, and Korn sails through. Oh, absolutely brutal for them. They've done drive-throughs to clear the stint time out, and they're now doing a drive-through for clearing the track limits too many times in the 3 hours and 40 minutes that we've been racing. And that's brought an end to that battle as another one starts to brew. Straighter Motorsport all over the back of Paul Bayo for GTM. They've got a bit of time to make up to Meerman, who does again have that pit stop still to take. Xanatos, Mustang versus McLaren. This time it's the Mustang doing the chasing, so we'll see what the straighter car can do. They're up 3 on where they started. Bit of a wiggle. And Timo Klame still carrying damage, still managing to just about hang on to them as well, so the two of these will need to be nice and neat in their exchanges. If they have any. Xanatos just lagging a bit out in the last corner, not able to keep up Bayo with the very good exit and a very good sector one as well. He is increasing the gap, apex on apex, and yeah, that one has come to nothing very quickly. We'll see if Xanatos can rebuild and catch up. Put him under a bit of pressure. A lot of tyre squeal with 20 minutes to go, so really cooking the tyres a lot. Again, 25 degrees. Definitely in the driver's favour. Certainly a lot better than 34 degrees. 40 seconds is the gap between Team 32 and Pepega Motorsports. Fisher Racing led the race for a significant amount of time. Find themselves down in 3rd position. And only 3 seconds ahead of Naeem. Seconds. Oh wow, they've lost a lot of time on that lap. 36.3 now with a carrying penalty. No, he's only just done a drive-through. Alright, 2/10. Those in 2/10 because he did a 136.3, which is quite slow for the GT4s. Within 36.1, so they're both of them making their way through the same traffic. Similar time. We've got a blue flag there as well, as we can see Georgia dealing with more GT4s. Now, even looking to take advantage of that, he almost loses the back of the car there. Wolfslager is now caught up to the back of Klame. He's got the GT4 McLaren of Sobrerto in there as well. And he's made his way through very handily indeed, trying to get up to 16th position in the dying stages. 18 minutes left to go. Still holders of the fastest lap as well. So definitely got some serious pace, the Apex Predators. Just yeah, unlucky with that big damage, a minute's worth of damage to repair. So very much damage limitation as they made their charge towards the top. Yeah, you can see how compromised the car ahead is. Just, ooh, and a bit of a wiggle on the exit there. Yeah, that's what happens when you've got the type of damage that Clammy has got in front of that car. No grip, you've got more grip on one side of the car than the other. It really does not make it easy. Like driving on ice at the best of times. Wolfslager though, has he got the run out of turn number 10 to get it done into 12 over the Carboni Apex? Yep. Clammy is drifting that a little bit wide. He's just, yeah, no point in putting up a battle there. Completely outgunned on a straight line. He's going to have nowhere near the amount of grip that Wolfslager has got. That is Wolfslager back up to 16th for the Apex team. 2.3 to make up to Xanatos ahead, who's now 2 seconds down on Bale. So just a blip in the radar for Bale. He's stretching that gap. Got 21 seconds to make up to Meerman, who will have to come into the pits again. I've mentioned that a couple of times. Yeah, 15 minutes left in his stint and 17 minutes left on the race timer, so they're going to have to come in and do a drive-through, so that'll put Bale up to 13th position, as long as he can keep it within the range that are now 21 seconds is the gap that they've got. The Rock on D, check CZ. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome into LFM on the English channel. Of course, English, German and Spanish all catered for over Twitch and YouTube. So thanks to everyone that's been jumping in and subscribing and thumbs up and likes on YouTube and following on Twitch as well. Make sure you get yourself involved in some of the LFM action yourselves. Get into the Discord, get the links for all the websites, and get yourself signed up. Lots of driving covered. This is round number 5. It's been an interesting one. Georgiev with a drive-through penalty, dropping him down to third. And I tell you what, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds is the gap here. So the Nissan is closing up very handily indeed, over a second quicker on that previous lap. So Georgiev right out of the swing of things after that drive-through, and could have a battle to hang on to third in the closing couple of laps. Only 15 minutes left to kill. Doer is now 60 seconds down, so yeah, I think they might be, oh no, sorry, 43.5 and 43.6. Marquez managing the gap masterfully up at the front. Been a great drive from them, pole position, and yeah, they're on for the fastest lap in GT4s as well. So it's going to be a clean sweep to say the least. Yeah, Door's showing some good pace, but that damage, that long pit stop was definitely cost them. Murphy with the drive-through. Oh, after all their hard work, that's it completely undone. Although it's still up quite a few places from where they started. Oh, I thought that was rain falling there. But yeah, that last drive-through there got them down to 6th. Yeah, 6th place, Reneo in the Aston Martin for Acapua. Good race for them so far. That's them up to 5th position. Sim Racing Canal as well. Got a bit clever with their pit strategies. They find themselves up in 4th place. Korn back on the podium in 3rd place. Doer and Marquez, of course, always on the podium. Constantly on the podium throughout the race. And find themselves still the top 1 and 2. Xanatos and Bale. Still this battle goes on between the Mustang and the McLaren, the GTM team. 4 drive-throughs they've had. Still find themselves in 14th. So definitely could have been much further up the field. Not to be outdone, of course, Bernal. 3 drive-throughs and a stop on the 32nd is and it's one of these tracks where you get a drive-through and you end up getting done for speeding in the pit lane while taking a drive-through, which we've seen 2 teams do so far, 3 teams do so far in the race. So it is, yeah, very easily done, very easy done. To say the least. We'll see if Xanatos and his Mustang can muster another position before the end. And I tell you what, Wolfslager could close that gap behind him. He's only 3.3 seconds behind with over 10 minutes to go. And is yeah, definitely capable of quicker laps than these 2 that we're watching. So that might be another car joining this little stramash towards the end. Naeem, wow, he is getting close. 1.3 seconds behind now he is in the Nissan. Wow, what a turnaround this would be. Hey, good evening, Mr. Robbie G. Barker. How we doing, sir? Welcome in, welcome in. 12 minutes left to go. Whoa. That's a bit of a wiggle by both of them there. 1.3 seconds now is the gap. Georgiev has dropped from first down to third. The drive-through getting him down from second to third, and could be looking to drop to fourth if this Nissan gets his way. And Naeem with an absolute bit between his teeth. And of course we need to keep an eye on Meerman in 13th. He's still 21 seconds ahead. Yes, oh wow, he's going to lose 1, 2, potentially 3 positions when he comes in to take that final pit stop. That jumping jack, that is in the German chat. We've got Yandrak in. Hello everyone. Oh, Wolfslager's gone past. Oh, Bale's off the track. Just from looking at the chat, Bale's off the track. That is the 109 off and spinning. Well, let's get another look at that one. Oh wow. So the Mustang chasing had to take serious avoiding action there to miss the GT4. Oh, so much later on the brakes, and that's the second time we've seen contact there between the 2 of them. This time massively detrimental to the McLaren, and he's facing completely the wrong way. And that is Clammy for TWK that's gone back through as well. Bayo now down quite a few positions. That's going to save Meerman a spot when he comes out of the pits. But yeah, that is Bayo. Now back behind Clammy again. Wolfslager 15th, Xanatos up to 14th position. Meerman now got a 22 second gap. 26, 30 seconds. Ooh, it's going to be close when he comes through the pits. That is for sure. Naeem is getting ever closer as well. That is 1 second now between these 2 with 10 minutes left to go. It is a straight shootout for the podium. Oh, Battlefield 6, yes, I have been playing that as well. How can you access to this race? Yeah, just jump on the LFM website. There should be a socials link. I have it, but don't see the race where it should be. Oh, you might need a certain license, or you might need a couple of drivers. There might be some license restrictions. So yeah, it might well depend on that. Let me see if I can. Yes, in the GT3s you need a C1, and in the GT4s you need a D2, so that's Charlie 1 for GT3s and Delta 2 for the GT4s. But yeah, loads of other racing you can get involved in. Oh, and he's gotten very close there. This Nismo is looking for a final podium position, and it is going to be quite the battle if Georgiev manages to maintain it. This is not what Georgiev was planning for the closing 10 minutes, that is for absolutely sure. And there is Meerman in for that drive-through to clear the stint timer. Still had 7 minutes left to take it, but comes in now, going to come back out yet behind Bayo. Oh, just ahead of Lehman, so 17th position, and not far behind Bayo in fact. Not far at all, only 1 second. There might be another overtake here in the closing stages, because Yeah, Meerman comes right out behind Bale, so that contact really cost Bale. Oh, he's pulled over. Bale's pulled over. Yellow flag. What on earth is going on there? Is that a technical failure? Oh, there's a bit of a wiggle there. And it comes out with that corner. Right, we're going to go to the chase cam. What is going on there? Oh, the car's completely stationary. Wow, high drama in the closing stages. Let's get back on the live timing tower. So Meerman, not as bad as he thought. Bale still stationary. Keese has gone past as well, losing positions hand over fist. The battle for the final podium position is still coming alive as well, as we see Georgiev Fisher Racing got 7 minutes left to fend off the advances of the Nissan GT-R. Oh, and it's not going to be long enough. Yep, it's not going to take that long by the look of it. That is some serious action by Naeem to try and get his way past. He's going round the outside of Carbone. What's going to happen in the braking zone here? Nissan has got the outside line, so should have less centre fuel force, more braking ability, more acceleration, but it is a brave move up the inside from the Fisher racing car to hold on to position. Takes the racing line out of the final two corners. Miko is lap number 106 in these two, separated by 0.2 of a second after 3 pit stops for Naeem and 4 for Georgiev. One of them that unintended drive-through. Murphy is catching back up to Reneo as well. Oh, Bale with another yellow flag. Oh, so moving again at least, but going slower. So whatever ailed them, they've managed to shrug it off and get going again. Good to see. Oh, it's still Nissan versus a Mustang for the final podium spot. We'll jump on, we'll go on board the front right wheel. Front right wheel, let's get some reflections on the go. Into turn number 8. Wolfslager, Tudogashvili as well as catching the keys at 1.8. Wolfslager on Xanatos. Wolfslager still fastest driver out on track, straight at motorsport. I've had quite a race so far. Is he going to go for it in turn number 1? He is indeed. Yeah, the Mustang left the door open partially and Wolfslager said, yep, thanks very much. I'm going to step on through, and that is a move on the Mustang. Wolfslager and Apex Predators back up to 13th position. As yeah, we jump back on board when again. Oh, the Ginetta GT4 has saved Georgiev for the moment. Seconds out, round number 2. Oh, that was almost completely out. The back end completely out of the Nissan. Does hold on to it. The Georgiev Fisher Racing making a bit of a meal of that corner exit there. That's let right back into it. Yeah, that is a very quick exit. Let me just check and make sure this is working properly. Yeah, we're catching the traffic. They've got a car up the inside then. That's one of the GT3s that they're blue flagging past before they catch the GT4 Mercedes. What can Naeem do here? Stays in the slipstream perfectly. Looking for the outside line, or just opening up the corner, looking for the cutback on exit potentially. Just trying to keep it as close as possible. There's a tenth of a second between the two of them. Oh, throws the car up that inside line. Really aggressive move there. Almost unsettled his car completely, but it's not done him too much. It's not been too detrimental, to be fair, because he is still all over the back of him. And that's a pretty good position to be in at the start of this back straightaway. Although the two GT4s are going to catch them at an inopportune moment, to say the least. It's going to be through this final corner complex. Nissan's at the back, right out of that one. He saw what was coming. GT4 out of the way, both of them out of the way, and I tell you, Naeem looking very quick indeed, Oh, and Fisher Racing looking a bit unsettled, out of turn 15, and he's given up the ghost there. He's almost done himself on the brakes here, just had a bit of a wiggle, had no choice but to open the door for the ever-closing Beagle Racing. And with less than 4 minutes to go, it's Beagle up on the podium of Fisher Racing coming right back at them in turn number 1. He goes round the outside of turn number 2, he's going off the inside line 2-3, they've made a bit of contact there, he's unsettled them and the Nissan's off. There's been contact between the two of them, and that is Georgiev, the beneficiary there. Let's have a look and see if we can get a look at this. Oh no, this is Bale. Oh, and I looked away at the wrong moment there, and that is Team Purple Deluxe have taken a big contact as well. Dragon's gone through, and Bale's given the position back. Wow, so Bale went full send there, and he's caught up another car, so that wasn't the contact I thought it was going to be. But yeah, so late accident and Strater Motorsport find themselves off into the gravel. Oh wow, it's been an interesting race so far. The steers are going to have to mega sharpen their pencils, that is for sure. Not been very eventful for Croydon up at the front. He's leading the way comfortably. We've got 2.5 minutes left to go, not many laps left. We've already seen full elbows out from these two. That Nissan really is better on the brakes than the Fisher car. He's got a lot more wing than guesstimate. Because you can see, he just absolutely scoots away. We're now down to 24, that's 10 degrees difference between the track at the start of the race and the end of the race. And it really has made a difference now. Some of the cars are performing. Naeem now with a second to make up. He's not got many laps left. Croydon is through turn number 11, so he's going to finish this lap. He's going to get one more. Oh, we've got Kiesel with a yellow flag there. Oh, Murphy as well, stop picking up penalties. He's trying to get on to back up to 5th. It's Akapura who are doing well in the 9th in the championship. And yep, that's 10th place in the GT3s. Bale with another yellow flag. Oh, and he's okay. So yeah. Yeah, GTM and Strater Motorsport. That's yeah, well there we go. Hopefully we see both of them banned from the rest of the series. Fingers crossed. That's yeah, GTM and Strater Motorsport. It's yeah. Sorry, I know I should play Mr. Switzerland, but they should both be banned from the series. After that type of display, that's absolutely not condoned. That is not what you want to see out on a racetrack. Just don't do it. That's really poor. A really poor example to set. So hopefully nobody thinks that's the type of standard that's acceptable. Both of those teams are going to get removed from the championship. Anatoly Croydon for Team 32, they will be getting removed from whatever position they're in and vaulted up the standings. An absolutely solid race win for them. They're currently 9th in the championship with only a few points to make up on a couple of teams that aren't racing here today. So yeah, great drive by them, and all others around them were losing their head. Naeem now 1.3 seconds down. But Croydon, 7/10 there. Santos has returned to the pits, thankfully. And round the last corner, it is Anatoly Croydon. I did say there was a trend towards two driver teams. Well, Croydon said, hold my Sunday tea. Here comes a race win, single-handed, 3 hours behind the wheel, perfectly executed by the McLaren driver, and he brings home a solid race win. Let's see where Marquez is. Talking about a solid race win, 63 seconds ahead of Doer. He's on lap number, at turn number 10. Ziegen is going to come home in second place. A solid drive for them. The penalty to Georgiev, propelling them up to second place, but they were hunting down a podium. Anyway, so well deserved. And speaking of that final podium position, who is it going to be that crosses the line? They've got a GT4 Porsche just to make things interesting. Oh, the Nissan tried to be a sneaky one and get up the inside line there. Couldn't take advantage of it out of the last corner. It's surely going to be Georgia for Fisher Racing that hangs on to this one. It is indeed big difference at the end there. Naeem crossing the line. Marquez crosses the line to take the flag. A bit of bumping and grinding from the drivers after the finish line there. That is Carlett Racing taking the checkered flag as well, actually, Blair. So they'll strengthen their grip at the top of the standings. Corn in third place with Sim Racing Canal in fourth. Akabua Racing just hanging on to fifth position ahead of Murphy and Sobre Roca for Lynx Racing Team Spain. Rounding out the top five, Naeem Schneider Team Purple Deluxe. Having some fun with some donuts at the end. They finished in fifth with Monduzzi in sixth position. Tone Stars Nalhala crossing the line in seventh place. So up five, they were much further up the field, but yeah, a few incidents see them drop down the order. We'll get the finishing results up in a moment, but that was round number 5 of the ACC Drive Endurance Series. As I say, we'll get the results in a moment. Yeah, so we'll get you those results up. Yeah, sorry, there we go. We'll grab these results. It was Croydon, as we've seen in the GT3s. Absolutely phenomenal drive from start to finish. Didn't get the fastest lap though. That of course went to Volkswagen and Faldenia in the Apex Predators car. So they will definitely be ones to watch in the future, of course. Let's just see if we can get these up here. Yeah, there we go. So Desmo bringing home the top spot in the GT4s with Carlett in second and Buchholz in third. Sim Racing Canal in fourth and Akabua in fifth position. Experimental Racing in sixth and Lynx in seventh. ACC Italia in eighth and SR97 finishing in ninth after a tough race. North Racing rounding out the top 10. MRT 11th. Celestial Sphere, another team with a tough race, 12th position for them, Keysbit Performance and Jerry Attrick Racers, finishing in 14th place. In the GT3s, Team 32 ahead of Pepega and Fisher Racing, second and third. Beagle in fourth, with Team Purple Deluxe finishing in fifth place. FNR finishing in sixth, with Nalhala in seventh. Apex Predators in 8th place, and ALR Racing finishing in 9th position. Yeah, KMS rounded out the top 10 with Rookie Rockets in 11th. SL Racing Team in 12th. The TWK finishing in 13th. Dragon Racing at the end made back a few spots to get back to 14th place. With Swiss Grid rounding out the top 15, just ahead of Apex Predators. Let's have a look at the series standings. Let me just reset that and we'll get the boom. There we go. So S Carlton Racing, that will hang on to the top spot. The season standings haven't quite been updated as yet. Oh no, sorry, yeah, Nalhala up to 4th place. Apex Predators in 3rd. And we're going to see some movers and shakers as well. Akabua up to 9th place with GC Racing in 8th. In fact, yeah, we've got a raid from the German channel. Welcome in, everyone. Okay, yep, so the full series standards haven't quite been updated as yet. But you can jump onto the website and get yourself a look at those and get involved in all of the action as well, of course. Lowfuelmotorsport.com, get yourself signed up. 250,000 drivers can't be wrong. I say, of course, the Competizione. I say, of course, the Automobilista 2 and Race Room, all available. That is the GT3 results that we had a look at, and of course the GT4s as well. Next time out for our intrepid drivers, all vying for one of 10 ACC Endurance lifetime licenses. Next time out, it will be Watkins Glen. What a calendar! Red Bull, Suzuka, Spa, Kailami, Misano, Watkins Glen up next. And then, of course, the second half of the series, Imola, Brands Hatch, Bathurst, Barcelona, Silverstone, and the Nürburgring. Of course, a couple of 4.5-hour races coming up there as well. So do make sure you get tuned in. Thank you to everyone that's liked, subscribed, followed, and all those good things on YouTube and Twitch. Your continued support on there and Patreon, hugely appreciated by the team at LFM and the drivers, and of course us broadcasters. Thank you to everyone that's got involved in the chat as well. It's been an absolute pleasure presiding over this one once again. I will be back on Thursday night for the Pro Series. It's Watkins Glen, Red Bull Ring. For us to marvel over, so do make sure you tune in for that as well. So thanks to everybody who's liked, subscribed, and followed. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Thank you to Chris over at the German channel for the raid. And we'll see you all again very soon. Until next time, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.